So before we get started today, I wanted to kind of talk about, I guess, somewhat of an elephant in the room, which I think is offensive to all elephants everywhere. But if some of you have heard by now, there is some recent controversy surrounding Vic Mignogna. And it is unfortunate.
Is that actually how you pronounce his name?
Yes.
Yeah, you pronounce his name Vic Mignogna.
Vic Mignogna.
I never knew how to.
Yeah, and so there is.
People who are like Vic
Actually,
Mignogna.
there's a better way to pronounce his name. Prisoner
No,
646.
don't go there. Don't go there.
Okay, no. We're starting this off.
So
serious.
this is this
I mean,
it is,
Eric, we already interrupted it halfway.
but it is very unfortunate to hear about that, and we do want to just come out and say that if you are a survivor of sexual assault or harassment out there, we want you to know that the Inkling Brothers podcast stands with survivors, and we are not here, we don't play games around with that, and so obviously I understand there are two sides to every story, but we do have to hold people accountable for their actions, and I think that's something that's very important to us. And so, unfortunately, it had to be Vic Mignogna, but at the same time, fortunately, we got rid of another one out there. So, that is our serious moment for the podcast. And, did we already cue that? We already played the intro music.
At this point, yeah, we did.
Probably.
Well, sad. But not sad for Captain Magma!
Captain Magma!
That's
such a show.
Put it in there somewhere.
Right. Well, you know what else I like to put somewhere?
The intro.
We already played the intro. But
The introductions.
But when I'm on the train, I love listening to Audible.
Really?
We're never gonna
I
get any
thought you were going to be
sponsorships
like,
if
you know what
keep
else
making
I
fake
like
ones.
more than putting in, you know what else I like to put in the podcast more than messages about the Ink Bros positivity? Knowledge.
But you know what else is cool? I like whenever I like whenever I like whenever
doing the intro so everyone can say their names and who they are.
I like receiving loot crates. And now, for a limited time only.
What was that, Ray?
Alright, yeah.
Alright, everybody,
intro was...
what's going on?
Just wrap up the podcast right here. We'll see you next week.
Alright, everybody, what's going on? My name is Royal Dude Lorenzo. I am the blue squid here on the Inkling Brothers podcast.
My name is Ray Olsen. My name is Ray Olsen, known as Meatloaf Man. I'm the purple squid on the Inkling Brothers podcast.
My name is Red Squid, also known as Captain Magma!
And I'm
also known as Isaac with the podcast.
Eric, also known as Cleveland Brown, and I'm proud to be.
Alright, everybody, we got a huge list of topics. I think we're going to pick it up right from where we left off last week.
Where did we leave off last
Actually,
week?
it's been 2 weeks, so happy to see you guys from 2 weeks ago.
We're sorry.
I know
We can't see
you. Well, to be fair, we did
can't
release.
take
The good news is that we released something last week, so you guys got to see our panel, our Inkling Brothers panel from 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, if you guys are listening to this episode around the time it's coming out, then yeah, we just got the elusive episode 5 finally uploaded after so long. The first
The
panel that we did.
elusive.
Well, it is because it's been missing for the longest time.
We are not
Finally got announced for Smash episode 5.
We are not retconning this like we did with Team Triforce. Just saying.
We knew you couldn't live without us. Just
If
like
we-
that one Ultimate Love Song collection song. Tell me how
What am I supposed to?
But if you guys noticed, if you guys have actually been paying attention, there was never any sort of episode 5 that went up. We just skipped the number and went straight to 6 when we started season 2. So
I thought that was
got
a
you.
joke that we just skipped it.
Yeah.
well, in a way,
It's a lost
it was
episode.
Yeah.
spiritually, it is the joke. But like, yeah, that's finally up, and the next one for it's basically the panel that we did at Liberty City AnimeCon 2017. Me and
Oh,
Eric
yeah.
were there, Isaac was there, and Aaron was also there. And she, our friend from Flow With It Cosplay, she was our guest for that panel. And unfortunately, Lawrence could not be there because he was studying for a test. And
Sad.
did you actually pass that test? Because we were wondering.
Wow.
Yeah, the test that you did.
No, I actually didn't.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry. On a real note,
Worth
I'm
it.
sorry.
No, it's okay. I laughed when I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we
Should have just
As
been
long
here
as
with
you
us.
laughed.
Should've just been here for the panel, but yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, guys. But definitely, yeah, go check that out. It's really good stuff. It's only like the last hour of it. It was an hour and a half panel in real life, but some stuff happened, and our panel ended up getting started late because of a panel that preceded ours overstaying their time,
Yeah.
and we had some
Yeah,
difficulties.
can I
setting up
talk
the
about
recording
that for a
equipment.
sec?
Yeah, go for
Oh
it.
yeah. Well,
So,
hold on.
Ray... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ray. Finish up.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll give you the chance. Let me just finish. But like, yeah, you definitely guys go check that out. It's some really good stuff. I spent a good amount of time editing that, and it's some of the things that we talk about in past episodes. It'll make sense when you hear this one because it precedes those. And stay on the lookout for the next one that we're gonna do, which is another missing episode. I think it's like 13 or something. That's our
So
season
many
2
missing
finale.
episodes.
That's the one we did just recently a few months ago at in the 2018 LCAC panel. That's with all four of us there proper. So definitely go check that out. We have the entirety of it there. It's an hour panel, or no, not even an hour, less than an hour. So it's actually one of our shortest episodes ever recorded, I think. But yeah, go check that out when it's up. Whenever there's a week that we don't do another one of these new episodes, expect that to be the next upload. But yeah, Isaac, you can take over with your story because I'm actually looking forward to this.
It's not much of a story, but just to add on to everything that Ray said as a disclaimer, and the intro he does in the video is really good, so definitely go and check
Thank
that out. We started the panel late because somebody was,
Dying.
I guess, greedy enough to... Someone was rude enough to not wrap up their podcast when their time was up. So if you ever do a live panel or live anything and you have to start at a certain time, be aware that is a really stressful thing to deal with. Like, things will not go as planned for anything, but we walk into our panel and that's exactly what happened. Didn't start on time because someone else decided not to. So
yeah, and that's the thing. Like that's
and it
if
also
you guys
cost
remember,
it cost us a decent, a good ending. We had to cut out the end of the panel too because we started late. So
yeah,
that
as
happens.
a result, we had to end late.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, if you remember, like what we did last at PonyCon when we did our panel over there in what was it, like 2016, I think it was, or 2017. But our
2017.
panel.
I remember you
our
guys. Same
panel-
thing happened to you guys with the setup.
Yeah, our panel started late over there as well. Like we set up, the table was like very dirty, I might add. We set up late, and we ended up not being able to do everything that we wanted to announce over there, and that actually like kind of depressed me because we were being kicked off by the end of it, and I'm just like, geez, that panel was something that I was looking forward to that whole weekend and that I was preparing hardcore for. So the fact that we didn't even get to go through all of it is just it breaks my heart a little bit. So honestly, yeah, guys, like just a little important tip:
Breaks.
be courteous to other people when you run a panel like that. Be there on time, like be there early, be ready to start. Make sure to notify the staff over there and the panelists to make sure they end their panels.
Don't leave any broken glass on the table. That's a pro tip for anybody at Liberty.
Please throw away your garbage. Throw away your garbage. Throw away.
We found broken glass on our table for our panel. That was really
get rid of.
Did we? I forgot about that.
Yeah, there was broken glass right in front of me.
Please
Jesus, what happened?
I have no clue what happened, but clearly somebody either before us or over the weekend broke some glass on the table. Like they had these little glass cups and water.
Yeah, for like water and all
for
that.
the desks, for the panels, and someone broke a glass.
Please get rid of those, by the way. Like, for I don't know if it's the staff's jobs or the panelist jobs, but like, please don't leave those there forever.
It's probably just a hotel because they leave that set up in the rooms. But I guess it's not a good idea to leave glass in the panel rooms.
It's unsanitary, and it's like it's weird when like you have to do the panel and there's like these used glasses of waters in front of you.
Sir, what was this glass used for? It was in the panel. What panel?
I know.
You want to know? Is Batman gay panel?
Is Batman gay? Is Robin? What is Batman keeping his utility panel?
That was a real panel 2 years ago.
Yeah. For context, ladies and gentlemen, that was a real panel. I don't know who wrote that in, but like one time we were lurking in the some panels that were being submitted, like not actual panels that got approved, but just submitted panels for LCAC.
I want to see the rejected list of panels from LCAC. Like, if that was a panel that got in, I'm curious of what didn't get into Liberty.
There was probably a shit ton, because, like, you know, and I don't mean to knock the subgenre of people that actually do this, and yes, it is a subgenre.
No, I will. That's weird.
But, like, these role play panels that people do is some of there's a huge number of them, like in the hundreds, and it's honestly kind of weird because there's so much of it. Like, I mean, if you do it good, more power to you, but like there's so much of it, and we're like, you know, we're actually trying to like put on some actual programming and content on here, so like I kind of hope we get our panel and put priority for us, because we're actually trying to present, because the whole point of a panel, obviously you want to have fun because it's an anime convention, but you're also basically marketing yourself, or, you know, it's a seminar and you're teaching people how to do something. So like, you know, I hope people prioritize those, and then, you know, obviously still have some fun stuff in between there, but just make sure that content creators get their time in the spotlight.
That was an anime convention?
No, it was a Cleveland show convention.
Oh, okay. All right. So,
versus the Cleveland Con.
I just realized what he said. Okay. So, do you guys want to talk about what you've been up to?
I mean, I guess. Lars, are you still there?
No, he's not here right now. So we'll just keep talking.
Okay. All right then. So, I mean, I've been good. I've been doing some general stuff at home. I've been getting some new content ready for like other channels that I've been working on. Thinking of what to do for like the next, I guess, year or so in terms of what to produce. I've been doing a lot of digital art lately. I've been finally putting this drawing tablet I got a few years ago to good use. So really glad I'm getting some mileage out of this. Hopefully it'll come more in handy for like possibly some commission stuff going forward. That's been me though. Eric, what about you?
I've been fine. Just going to work, going to school, doing part-time in both. Dying, but living at the same time.
That's good. I mean, well, not the dying part, but like you've been.
That's good. That's great.
That's kind of how all of us live, honestly.
You've been enjoying
half dying, half living, you know. But sometimes it's more dying than it is living. Just saying.
Okay. That's what you come back with.
What did I miss?
Oh my god.
Us dying, basically.
Dying. Yeah.
All right. So,
is that the end of the podcast?
No. Shout out to at I'm horny 325035588 on Twitter for his tweet. I main Bayonetta in Smash because the thought of her sucking my dick and balls fills me with the horny energy I need to decimate my opponents. I really.
Okay.
I don't think.
I respect the honesty.
For the type of character Bayonetta is in that game, I don't think you need those thoughts in your head to win.
Is this what this dude's gonna say at Evo when they interview him?
Oh my
Sir,
god.
why do you main Bayonetta? Oh, dick and balls.
Dick and balls. Oh, guys, you
Oh
know what
my
I just
God.
realized? Because we said the word dick and balls, now we are not going to be monetized from YouTube.
Oh man,
Well,
And
you
then
said it
we were
twice, so
before.
now we're gonna be tagged
we're gonna be
Yeah.
taxed. We have to pay to
because
upload
Lawrence
this.
just said it twice.
Dick and balls.
I know we have to get on. I know we have to get on with our main topics, but like, did you guys hear the recent little controversy that happened over the weekend with some videos and channels getting temporarily terminated and taken down over a certain
Over comments.
Yeah. Well, not even just that, but like we'll get to that when we do. But
I'm gonna be
another
honest. When you said controversy, I instantly thought of R. Kelly.
Dude.
That's the only
Different
controversy that I've
podcast!
been hearing about.
Okay, but,
Just R. Kelly, write it.
but like
That's an actual song, by the way.
Oh god.
what I was talking about, and it's funny too because it's actually related to the panel that we recently did, but thankfully it wasn't affected. But some YouTube channels and videos related to Club Penguin and Pokemon Go have been taken down and then reinstated because of this term being used.
CA.
CP.
CP, yeah.
No, not CP. Yeah. And
Why? What's
Pokemon-
CP mean?
In Pokemon Go, it's a point currency.
It's the points you
system in the game.
use for your.
Yeah.
Wait, no. What is it? Candy
And
points?
then- Yeah, like candy points basically.
Oh.
And then for Club Penguin, obviously it's the initial CP, but YouTube automatically took down those videos thinking that they were talking about child pornography.
Oh my
so-
god, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
It's a
whole
pretty
thing.
extreme. Pretty extreme, YouTube.
Man, that's a huge problem in Club Penguin, alright?
I can't play Cup Penguin on YouTube anymore. Damn. Well, I can't, but I can't upload my old videos.
And then, as
Wow.
Eric mentioned earlier, one controversy after another, YouTube is now starting to demonetize people, now because any other people can comment on your video and say explicit
Like the N-word.
stuff,
Really?
N-word and curses and all that, and you can get demonetized for shit other people say on your video.
That's really messed up because literally your video could be the most wholesome thing on the planet, like just a child
it's
talking
a
about
child
action
doing
figures,
gymnastics.
But if someone in the comments section just types in the N-word, the entire video is demonetized.
Hey, sir, you up? Yeah, I did. Oh, okay. Give me your soul. What?
Like,
Somebody
honestly,
commented a video with the N-word. What?
it made me, like, I actually responded to YouTube. They obviously didn't say anything back, but I got a few likes from it. But I was literally sitting there like, so you're telling... Wow, someone's going hard in the background over there. Are they doing gymnastics?
Make sure no one says the N-word on their channel.
But,
Oh, geez.
no, so, like, I actually said, like, yo, so, like, you're telling me gymnastics is endangering the life? Because this was their rebuttal. This was YouTube's rebuttal. Yeah, we're starting to reconsider videos that put the lives, that endanger the lives of minors. And I was just like, wait, are you fucking kidding me? You're telling me that a child doing gymnastics is in danger? Like, I get all the dangers with gymnastics. But they are clearly this channel has been there for a really long time, so the person is experienced. That's not endangering the lives. If you want to go there, then karate is freaking endangering the child's life. A science experiment, fucking chess. If you want to go there, you know, like there's like, do you really want to fight that fight? Where
The thing with me with that is that literally, like, if you hate a YouTuber, you could just straight up make sure they never gain any money. As long as you go to their video and just type in a comment,
no, absolutely.
then boom. Like, it's such sabotage. And they're like, yeah, this is totally fine. So, okay.
But you know who exactly they're not going to touch, right?
What?
The Pauls.
Yeah, I was about to say the
Oh, yeah, they'll give them another movie.
They have a movie?
They gave Logan Paul a movie, remember?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I hate this
Suicide
man.
Forest 2.
Suicide
No,
Forest
he'll do
2.
What? Jesus,
Damn,
Ray.
Ray. Jeez.
You know he'll do
Too
it.
soon. It's only been a
He's
year.
gonna do it to us.
Oh my god. All right, but on a different
Dear
note,
pesky plum, don't go to Suicide Forest.
what were we talking about
This is
before
it,
we
Luigi.
ran into all of this? Oh right, so let's start off. Let's start off from where we left off last week, 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks
we're
ago,
gonna talk about the Marvel trailers.
right? So the Marvel trailers, we had two that came out on the same day, Super Bowl Sunday, which was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago at this point.
Still
So we
fuck that
had,
Super Bowl, by the way.
yeah, whatever. We have the Captain Marvel trailer came out, and honestly, it was
Captain
a lot.
Marvel.
So Captain Marvel, from the date of this video, is currently February 24th at 12:52 a.m. You know, so
If we want to play the game again at
wanna
home,
play the game again?
keep track of time.
Here it is.
There it is. Get started.
Yeah. So we
Make sure
are.
you don't pause.
So the Captain Marvel trailer, actually, the one that had come out during the Super Bowl was a lot more hype. And actually, an update now. It is the initial reactions from the video are from the
video,
movie,
yeah.
From the movie are actually very favorable. Now, obviously, we're not ones to like say, "Yo, you know what? The critics said it's lit. It's lit." All right, you know.
Do we talk like that?
No, so like, but what we're actually gonna give it a fair shot. We're gonna go see it on opening day, and we're gonna go see what's going on with that. All right. Now,
What's going on? Yeah.
so that movie's coming out in 2 weeks. It is currently March 24th. March 24th. February 24th. Movie comes out March 7th.
Movie came out.
Comes out March 7th in the evening. And so, you know, we'll be keeping our eyes on that.
Isaac is free. I'm
Yeah.
free.
I hope I'll be free too.
Lawrence
but
might
if not, then we will go see it on opening day, which is on the evening of the Friday. And I don't, I'm gonna stay the hell away from social media, because God knows that there is a mid-credit scene and there is a post-credit scene, as typical Marvel movies are. Except for during Infinity War, when everyone thought there was gonna be a mid-credit scene and it just turned out to be a huge troll. Fuck you, Russos.
In Infinity War?
Yeah. So like, remember
There was a credit scene though.
No, there was a post-credit scene, but
one.
The mid-credit scene
Yeah.
was actually a huge troll. Everyone thought there was going to be a huge like mid-credit scene, and then all of a sudden it's literally just the Avengers logo just being dusted.
Yeah, why not?
Total
Why
huge
not?
troll from the Russos, honestly. But yeah, so
You
Captain
can't
Marvel's-
expect them in every Marvel movie.
It's not like we get them in every movie.
They have done that in every single Marvel movie, pretty much.
I feel like there's some that they didn't.
Did they?
There
They did.
were a couple that they did.
They did a post-credit scene in
remember
every
exactly.
single one of them, and a mid-credit scene, I'm sure. Like, they're usually what they do is a mid-credit scene that talks about like the movie, and then they do a post-credit scene that deals with the larger universe. That's usually how
Lawrence.
they've done it. Yeah.
It's slightly off topic, but I thought for a sec you said Mick credit scene, like a McDonald's.
Yeah, I
yeah.
thought he said that too. I heard that as well.
Yeah, no. But so there is actually going to be a mid-credit scene, so it's going to... God damn it.
I thought you said... Did you say it that time?
No, I
I'm so
promise.
sorry.
Okay, so there is actually a mid-credit scene for Captain Marvel. So because this is coming out before the movie comes out, just remember, stay tuned for the end. Do not leave. I see people
Don't be
every
those
time.
guys.
Yeah, well, literally every time we go see a movie, we always like. Before, I never used to stay till the end, but now I don't trust movie makers anymore. And
Even when it's a non-superhero
Yeah.
movie, this guy's like,
Yeah,
nah,
Mamma
we
Mia.
gotta wait and see if
We-
this character from the movie gets inducted into the Avengers.
we went to
To
go
be
see
fair,
Mamma Mia 2, right?
No, I'm trying to wait and see Mario and Luigi walk through and you hear Bowser's laugh.
So we went to go see Mamma Mia 2 on opening night, on opening day, and we were just like, all right, so are we gonna stay? And Eric had to use the bathroom, so he went. And we were just like, and Ray and I were just standing there, and we were the only ones left in the theater. And lo and behold, there was a goddamn post-credit scene. And I was like, this is why I don't trust freaking, like, movie makers at all. Because at the end, I mean, it's not, it's just funny. Like, it's supposed to be a funny, like, scene.
Yeah, it's not teasing anything.
No, it's not teasing anything, but it was, like, there was a, like, a, you know, a background character, like, an NPC, essentially, that was, he was
NPC?
like
NPC? I thought you only used those for games. What the fuck?
he was a toll guy. He was the one selling tickets for the boat. Like, he wasn't all that, like, big, but he ends up, like, essentially revealing that he's gay at the end, which is, like, you know, it was supposed to be funny. Cool. But yeah, no, so
Hey man, and they start having a conversation through the movie screen.
But it was really funny, and then Eric comes back. He's like, "What'd I miss? Did they get into the Avengers?" I'm like, "No, but there was a post-credit scene."
I did say that, didn't I?
Yeah, and I was just like, "Well, there was a post-credit scene," and literally it was just me, Ray, and I think one of the crowds of people that was just clapping at every single thing that they.
No, so one of my favorite.
God.
I don't know what it is, but I find joy in making just random strangers laugh and all that. And there's two moments that come to mind. That one was when we went and see Mamma Mia 2, and I was in my head. I was like, "There's got to be a moment where I can just stand up and start give a standing ovation." And I found literally the perfect moment to do it, and I did it, and everyone behind me just started laughing, and my dumbass just like springing up and clapping as hard as I can.
No, it was really so fun. Like, so to preface this, literally every time that something happened, like whether it's somebody started singing a song, or like a special guest came out, like I don't know what was the name, Andy Garcia or Cher.
Yeah.
Everyone was like clapping, and
everyone went nuts.
Eric was like, "What the fuck, man? What is?
I've never seen an audience that lively, so it startled me. But eventually, I just got into it. It's like, fuck it. If you can't beat them, join them. And I just give a standing ovation to one part.
And everyone was just laughing. Honestly, it was so funny. But that one group that actually stayed, they actually were one of the people that actually stayed for the post-credit scene. So, lesson to the wise. Always stay for the post-credit scene. We actually got duped recently. We went to go watch the Lego Movie 2 thinking there was going to be a post-credit scene. But there wasn't, which actually really sucked. But also the credits were not too bad. Like the credits looked pretty nice. Because they do them all in they do that all in stop motion, so it's really nice.
Yeah.
By the way, go ahead.
While we brought up Mamma Mia, do we want to talk about that one scene in the movie that lasted a few seconds where like they were in Japan and then the establishing shot had billboards of Boruto and JoJo on it? You see JoJo on the stand.
Which means, in that universe, if you want to go there, Mamma Mia
watch anime.
is part of the anime cinematic universe. I don't even need a galaxy brain for that.
Anime. If you somehow get transported into Mamma Mia, don't worry, you're still anime.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Honestly, great movie. If you guys saw the first Mamma Mia... Go watch
that's honestly the funniest part of the movie for me. Like that's because like the three of us noticed that, and it was totally unexpected. Like anime reference in a Mamma Mia movie.
It was like Boruto, JoJo.
That was so fucking weird. It was JoJo and Boruto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're the only people who would know of that and know those were real.
Everyone there was like 20 years older than us.
I feel like there were some people in there that probably recognize it too. Anime is big enough at this point where they probably know one of the two.
Yeah.
At least one of them.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, that was just so wild to see. It was literally JoJo. It was JoJo Part 4, I think, and Boruto.
Yeah, with Jotaro and Boruto.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, anime.
Yeah.
You only know those if you watch Toonami, which is on right now, by the way.
It was funny because we were taught like. I think on that same day we were talking about how we once heard Hatsune Miku at Yankee Stadium.
Oh my god, I still remember that.
And that same day,
Stadium.
I think
I love that moment because it was like in an old comedy movie where we slowly just turn our heads to look at each other like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You guys know that GIF of Solid Snake turning his head around and people caption it with like when you hear people talking about
Snake.
something you like in the back.
Snake.
That was us.
That was us in Yankee Stadium. Like we just all had that face like anime music in a Bronx baseball stadium.
Yeah. No, absolutely. We were just that was so funny. And it's funny that on the same day, it just so happens that when I decided to take these guys to go see Mamma Mia 2, that they decided to put Boruto and JoJo in one of the scenes. Honestly, that's me clapping just like Eric right there. I stood up and everything. But yeah.
But yeah,
so back to Captain Magma Krakatoa. I highly recommend y'all to go see it. Form your own opinion. I'm not gonna go ahead and
do we want to talk about that too, real quick?
Right. So and something that we were talking about is that Eric and Ray and I were all talking that like the ad campaign for that movie was just subpar from the beginning.
Yeah. Like
the
hell
ever done.
All the initial like reactions to because some critics have seen the movie now, and all the initial reactions to it are really positive, like super positive. And I'm so shocked because, we talked about it in the podcast. I talked about it for a little while where I just straight up said I have like a deadly premonition that the movie's gonna flop, like critically, probably not financially because it's a Marvel movie and those always do really well. But like critically, I was expecting it to flop because the trailers and stuff just looked terrible in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like
they got better over time, but like they did not sell it well at first.
Yeah, it honestly felt like they were selling it as like a statement kind of movie. Like, hey, people, we have a strong female. Look how awesome she is. Come see her.
I think just that, just this like I
wanted to see her struggles. Like I forgot what YouTuber it was. I think it was like Wolfden or one of them.
Yeah, it was Wolfden.
But, like one of the guys at Wolfden. He explained that why the Captain Marvel trailers aren't as great as like the other MCU trailers, and that's because the other MCU trailers. One of the things that they did was that they showed the main character struggling and gave us a reason as to why we should like them. See Tony Stark struggling in the cave, getting kidnapped by terrorists, and then having to deal with like his life issues and all that. Yeah, and then he makes the armor, and then he becomes a superhero, and then he improves his life for the better. Like, yeah, I want to go see that movie. That looks fucking interesting. But then when Captain Marvel, it's like, okay, like
as Eric put it,
you're in your Super Saiyan God form at the start. You're punching an old lady with no context until a second trailer came out. You did the kitty and all that. It was like, what am I supposed to get out of this movie?
To reference Henry, I think what they were trying to do, and it definitely failed, was this idea that, like, this is why Henry does not like Fairy Tail, is because of because Natsu has apparently become more powerful than, like, God in that continuity. Right? Like, he actually has, and he's capable of destroying a demon and a dragon on his own. With just a single punch. And so that's the reason why he said, like, you know, in the beginning he really he liked Natsu because he got to see him grow as, like, as a fighter and as a trainer, as a dragon slayer. Like, you see him really just, like, gain new powers and, like, stuff like that. But now it's just his same old powers getting 100 times just getting 100 times stronger, and I think that's pretty much what they were trying to do here. They're saying like, man, like Thanos is fucked with like when it comes to Captain Marvel, because they show sheer force, but they don't show the same amount of like expression in her face of like you know.
That was big. So my issues with like the trailers and stuff that we saw is that it was for me something I like to say is just painfully average. Like, I'll admit, maybe saying it was absolutely terrible, like I said earlier, is going a bit too far or a little harsh. Because like there was nothing that looked like, you know, The Room levels of bad or anything. Or I guess The Little Mermaid levels of bad.
I did not. I did not. Cheap.
But but like it just looked painfully average to me. It's like nothing in the trailers really made me go, oh man, I really just gotta run out and see this as soon as possible.
Besides the fact that it's a Marvel movie and tells the story of what's happening next.
Like,
I honestly never get that feeling. Trailer. Sorry to interject. Like, I don't.
Oh no,
unless that was Infinity War, because I felt like, okay, there's obviously stakes here.
Certain trailers do make me like really eager to see a movie, or just intrigued. Like, oh, I kind of want to see how this one plays out. It looks kind of interesting. But
even
Captain
Ant-Man
Marvel was just like,
and the Wasp had better trailers.
the Wow. What were you gonna say there?
Even Ant-Man and the Wasp actually had like better like marketing at first. Because
I actually don't even remember much of the marketing for that one.
I think everybody was just curious because like they never really talk about him in Infinity War, and then everyone wants to see what happened to him and what happened. Like, did he get dusted? That's what everybody was curious about.
They
did not care
Ant-Man
really
the
about
Wasp
the
is
plot.
a fine movie. It's lower tier when it comes to the Marvel movies to me, but let's be honest, most people went and saw it for the after credits scene.
Just to see what
they
if he
wanted
got
to
dusted.
know who got dusted at the end.
Right.
Because it takes place before the Thanos snap and all
Yeah,
that. By the way, we're
catches
not
up.
giving
For
anything
Ant-Man
away
Wasp.
when we say that Thanos
Yeah,
snaps.
honestly, that and we're not giving anything away as it relates to Ant-Man and the Wasp. That movie's already 8 months old.
Yeah.
So-
But like Captain Marvel, it just nothing looked interesting. I was like, I'll go see it because it's a Marvel movie and it's the next one and it's gonna be important. But that's about it. Like, Brie Larson's line delivery was so flat and
I thought you were
dull,
gonna say something
and her
else, man. I'm sorry.
really, yes, her feet are very nice. Okay, I'll say it. Happy,
Go ahead.
Even
Go
though
ahead.
we
Keep
might,
going.
there's
Keep
a
going.
possibility we might not see them.
Why
in the
are we
movie.
talking about
Yeah.
this right?
because this guy's obsessed with it. But
May as well turn this to the feet podcast.
All right, keep going.
he would do
Just
it.
Keep going.
He would do it.
Just keep going.
And her just facial expressions. She looked so bored in the trailers and stuff. So nothing just compelled me to want to go see it. So when I heard all the initial reactions were so positive, calling it one of the best Marvel movies, I'm like, wow, that is shocking, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really I am honest. I can't say I wasn't shocked either. Like, I had hope, and I continued to have hope, but at the same time, it's like, wow, you really had me there. like honestly, I swear I thought this was going to be another Fantastic Four failure. Because everyone remembers they were trying to bring the Fantastic Four into the MCU with the Fantastic Four reboot that they had a couple of
not
years
the
ago.
MCU, but the X-Men universe at least.
Right, at the very least, But I'm very I like with at least with the Marvel movies, I like to have just a little bit more I like to have a little more hope, because they've done it in the past with their other movies. Not saying the marketing was as bad. I'm just saying that they have shocked audiences before. And with the reception of Wonder Woman, I really just I couldn't sit here and think that this, and the amount of marketing also that Brie Larson is doing on her part. She started a whole GoFundMe to help girls who can't afford to go see Captain Marvel to go see it. So I think that's really cool in places like Detroit and other affected areas. I think that's really just really, really, really cool.
Honestly, I think that's admirable, because they did the same thing with Black Panther. They helped people who couldn't see it go see the movie, and
Right.
I think people should go see the movie, because maybe it is going to be empowering to women.
Right, exactly, and I think that is absolutely one of the big stakes here with that. So I had a little bit of hope, a sliver of hope that at the very least this was going to be good for empowering little girls and teenagers and even older women who feel obviously they can't be a galactic superhero, but they can be the superhero of their own way.
Yeah.
So like they always say, and this is very cliche, but real superheroes don't wear capes, right? And I think that's something that Brie Larson really is trying to do with that. I got to play a superhero in the movie, but that also means that you can too, or you can be your own superhero. And so I had a little faith that something was going to get better. And over time, the marketing got better. And then I'm now shocked to see that the initial reaction... Well, I'm shocked, but also kind of, like, I am also, like, relieved that the marketing kind of helped in that way, but that the critics are generally favorable to this. I think the one review that people have been kind of putting out there, and I've talked with the guys about this, is that it is wobbly in terms of, like, the first part is...
in the sense that she wears high heels and it's hard to walk on.
Right.
She needs to wear flats.
So she has to take them off, and then that's gonna please Lawrence later.
I already said I'm bringing 2
I already
pairs
told
of
you,
jeans,
man.
guys.
The podcast is now the Steep Cast.
I'm bringing 2 pairs of
You're
jeans.
gonna see Dan
honestly.
Snyder subscribe tomorrow.
But
Would you rather it be something else, Isaac?
but yeah, no. So I
Oh, don't ask me. That's for Lawrence to answer.
Whoa! Don't bring me into this.
What do you mean? You're the one who started it.
Yeah, word.
What? Don't put me into this.
Dude is cradling like a box of fucking feet.
All right, so like Fitos.
Just disembodied.
Wait! I just made it. I just made it.
You're gonna say feet pics in a
Wait!
box.
I just came up with the best joke.
What?
Fitos.
Oh
Get
my
out. Get out.
Lawrence, flaming hot Fitos?
Get out. It's just me and Isaac now. We'll do the rest of the podcast.
Or
if Lawrence leaves, he can't record though.
well, all right, but like actually though, I'm honestly, they did say it was wobbly, and they said it is your run of the mill essentially origin story. So the first half is almost slow to start, but then like the second half is a little more like definitely captures your attention, which is nice. So I'm glad at least that the movie is doing well so far,
Likewise.
and it just gets good, but I guess I'm also looking forward to seeing how it will connect to Endgame, and I guess that's a good segue for talking about Endgame. But I have this is my question to you guys. So last time we talked about Endgame, so there was a new trailer released.
Well, you wanted to, and then I interjected saying, bruh, it's 3 a.m. Let's call it a night.
No, not that time. The other
The podcast never stops.
So we never...
It was literally... Isaac, it was literally almost 3 a.m. He just finished talking about the Pokemon movie on Netflix. The one that remakes, like, the first few episodes of the anime.
Don't get me
that we
started
grew up
on
with.
that shit.
And then, like, I thought he was finishing up and he was gonna wrap up the podcast. Almost 3 a.m. and he goes, "We have one more topic to discuss."
That's your word.
Damn, he's actually spot on,
You were
guys.
talking that. Damn. How did you guys stay up?
No, we didn't.
I was
After
falling
that, we
asleep.
Just,
I literally
after that,
just...
we just ended.
I stopped him like, bruh, just
Yeah.
end it already.
Dude, you should have stopped
Isaac,
at like 1. Usually 1 is the cutoff time.
Our stamina knows no bounds for fucking
No,
nuts.
absolutely not. But anyways,
For a fucking
so
podcast.
we did talk about this a few
we're
weeks
the
ago.
We're the only guys who would talk about Planet Sheen at like 2 in the morning.
Hey,
Oh my
but
God.
you know what? That got that entire that video got popular because of that. Well, not popular, but like
Oh my God,
Popular
dude.
as if we got like 1 million views.
it garnered
Yeah.
more views than
Ladies and
than
gentlemen.
others.
Ladies
YouTube
and
top
gentlemen,
trending page.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if it's still there at that exact spot, but type in Planet Sheen, just that Planet Sheen, into the YouTube search bar, and then you'll see that our podcast is the number 5 entry.
I just typed it in and it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
It's not there
That's
anymore.
the new.
But I took a
That's-
screenshot and it was the 5th entry.
All right, that's the new. I have a YouTube channel.
I'm the 5th
five.
entry.
For the Sheen YouTube, Planet Sheen YouTube search.
Yeah, I'm it's not here unfortunately, but keep scrolling down. I'm sure you'll find it.
I'm scrolling, I'll try and find
Yeah.
it. There can't be that many Planet Sheen episodes.
I thought you said the show's canceled.
Exactly.
It's whoa! It's the number 3 for me. I'm gonna send
It's
a
still
screencap.
number
It's
3 for you?
Yeah.
It's not for me.
YouTube. I think YouTube modified your search results.
All right, but anyway, so
YouTube knows quality.
We didn't talk about this like that time, but we talked about this like, wait, what the hell? Planet Sheen and Back at the Barnyard?
What are you talking about now?
What?
There was a Back at the Barnyard cameo in Planet Sheen in the first
What
episode.
the fuck, dude?
Anyway, Barnyard.
That's why it made our video so popular. It's
Oh
connected
my
to a
God.
masterpiece.
All right, but let me go ahead and say
Dude,
this. So
I gotta say this real quick. So you heard the Oscars? They're no
Fuck
longer
the Oscars.
having a host anymore, right?
Yeah.
They got rid of the traditional host. Instead, they're having a series of guests. So can you imagine, like, after Will Smith and like fucking Reese Witherspoon walk off the stage, you see Otis the cow and then the pig and Pips the mouse walk up to the stage, and they're like,
"Oh, everybody, how you doing today?"
Robert De Niro would
That's
say,
not their voice. That's Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, I was saying Mickey Mouse.
you imagine walking the stage,
I
they're like,
was talking about
please
Barnyard.
welcome Mahershala Ali, also known as the actor from Moonlight.
I thought you were gonna
And
say
they
from
introduce
Luke
like
Cage.
actors to the stage. Otis gets nominated for Best Actor.
Oh God.
But yeah,
The
so
plane
we
count,
talked
man.
about this like I guess 2 months ago. I'm not really sure when we. Wait, no, we just rebooted the podcast like a month ago.
Rebooted. We came
I
back
think
to it.
yeah, we right.
Reboot.
Wow, you're
should
right.
go
It
to the
got
podcast.
240 views compared to like our usual like around 50 to
Oh, fuck.
100.
We talked about this.
watching Planet Sea
I
videos
think
on
we did
YouTube?
talk about this a month ago. But
Hi, 12-year-olds.
so
That's the
12
only
year olds that
explanation
know
I can
what
have
Planet Sheen
why
is.
we got more views on that video.
the 12-year-old army, they've come. Anyways, so a month,
Phrasing.
Isaac. A month ago,
Don't Isaac me, Mr. Feet.
we were talking about Endgame.
Endgame. A month ago.
Mr. Feet? Is that just what he's gonna be referred to now?
You know, there's a Mr. Bean. There's a Mr. Bean.
We're good.
Alright,
Let's
so-
move on, guys.
The fourth time I'm starting this. A month
Why
ago.
everybody sound like me?
A month ago, we talked about this topic, but we talked about who the actual villain in Endgame would be. I'm not gonna bring up that same discussion. I'm actually gonna bring up something else. Now, here's
oh
my.
shit, he's turning the tables on us, boys.
Ooh. So here's my question to you guys. Who do you guys think? And I'm being like, so they actually just released news today. That they are going to be releasing the entire Phase 4 schedule after Avengers Endgame comes out. And so, my question to you
Thank God.
guys is, who do you think, out of superheroes from the Marvel Universe that we haven't seen yet, do you think we're going to see in Endgame? New superheroes, not counting Captain Marvel, who has a movie coming out.
They said they're bringing new heroes in the movie.
Well, they didn't say anything. I think they did. I feel like they did say that there was going to
I
be
feel
new
like
people.
we're not going to see any new heroes until the end credits.
Same.
Well, yeah,
honestly.
like something like that. That's what I mean. Like even
Um,
that.
So
Unless
you're asking who you think they're going to tease at the end of the movie?
Either that, or like who do you think? Like they might even bring.
Maybe they'll
somebody
tease the
else.
next big bad. Because Thanos was teased for like so long, so maybe they'll start teasing like the next.
I think it's too
like,
early.
big
They probably. I think they do that like in the next phase, like in the next first heroes movie of phase.
do you guys have-
what is it, 5 or whatever?
Do you guys ever think they'll do like Galactus?
I do because they were really
They own
close to
Fox.
doing it.
Actually, yeah, they own Fox, so they have Galactus now.
Yeah, they were really close. So that was actually my thinking, right? Because the Fox deal, I'm not sure if it's already done yet. But they did the one thing that a lot of people are speculating is that they will at least maybe bring, like, they might tease Wolverine, because he's such an, like, it doesn't even matter that he is like a purely Fox character. He is extremely
I don't
important
think they own the rights to X-Men. No, they don't own the rights to X-Men.
not yet.
Well, they bought Fox.
They already bought
We just
Fox.
gotta wait.
They're just waiting for the deal to come through.
Kevin Feige
I think it's
said
too
that
soon to tease Wolverine then, because they don't even have an actor cast. And
No,
that's true.
they wouldn't tease the
also
actor,
already-
but like one of the ways
can't
that
do
I've seen
X-Men
people
either
do it.
because they what the hell is that movie that they teased? They teased an X-Men movie already for the next.
The Last Phoenix,
like,
yeah,
set.
that the Last Phoenix is
No,
going
not the Last
to.
Phoenix.
Which one?
I thought that came out already. Or Dark
Yeah, Last Phoenix is already. That's old. It's a.
Oh
it's
yeah,
that
yeah.
new. It's a new movie. The New Mutants. That's it. New Mutants is already
Oh,
teased.
Oh no, that one's a horror
That's not
movie.
Marvel.
Yeah, that's a Fox movie.
Yeah,
It's a Marvel
so they can't
Fox
do
movie.
X-Men because of that.
Well, so this was my doing. That's supposed to be a horror movie apparently, but I don't know how.
New
but-
Humans is
It's
supposed
still
to be a
X-Men,
horror
so
movie.
Marvel technically can't do like the new phase.
Right.
I mean,
what-
maybe. I really think it's kind of.
Well, they'd have to wait until they actually
Well-
officially fully own everything.
Yeah.
Like they bought them, we just gotta
too
wait.
soon.
So my
They can't
tease
it now.
thinking
Well,
is
the,
like
the other thing is that Kevin Feige said that they're currently working, trying to figure out a way how to get X-Men and Fantastic Four integrated into the universe as everything's getting sorted out. So
Yeah, and but
Because
like
everything's getting dusted.
my like my theory, I don't know. And this is something that like I've seen like concept art of, but like they don't have to show an actor, but they show like the Wolverine suit, right? And it's like the actual yellow suit.
It would be too soon for that. 'Cause that with Thor's hammer and Iron Man, they already had announced they casted this guy for it.
Right, but
Like, they'd have to
they
set
would like that would be
someone
something
already.
very very like this is something obviously the community has just been like, oh, you know, that would be really cool, and so that's something that I think would be really cool. I speculate that maybe we might get some sort of teaser for mutants or X-Men going forward.
I don't know. Like, I
mean,
understand that.
I wouldn't mind seeing that either.
Yeah.
It's just it would be cool. You're right. I just don't see it happening.
I don't
At
know.
least
I don't.
Wolverine. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if they can yet though, because like I get it, they don't need actors to tease characters and stuff. Like they teased the Captain Marvel, they teased Captain Marvel with a logo in Avengers: Infinity War,
Right.
but
already-
they
I'm not
still
sure.
don't own it yet. So I'm not sure if they could even do that. So I feel like
Right.
they can't.
Yeah, I guess like what really matters is whenever they announce what the next movies are for the phase, and actually have like set release dates. Then we'll know. But I guess that they probably will tease a new hero, most likely, or something,
Right,
something new
something.
for the next phase. If it's not like my easiest guess is they just tease the new Avengers saying Avengers assemble, and then like there's probably one hero suit or like person or little piece like logo that they tease at the end, and that's it. Like that's
Right.
something I kind of see, but
Yeah.
I guess what would be cool is I think it would be cool if they did Fantastic Four or X-Men. That wouldn't
Right,
be
right.
too surprising. But
Absolutely. I think it would be cool, and the reason I do think like I would at least like to see Wolverine is because surprisingly Wolverine is super important like in the Avengers like universe. Like if you guys see like any of the old Avengers comics and any of the collections, like it is absolutely like you always see Wolverine in there, and he's always talking to people like Captain America and like
Captain Magma.
I was waiting for it.
I mean, he's friends with Spider-Man as well, and it's like, I don't know, it just seems like kind of weird that they've gone pretty much the past 10 years and they haven't really, we haven't seen Wolverine, and we've already pretty much gone through the first Infinity War storyline, which is, you know, if you guys read the comic, you know, in the original Infinity Gauntlet
I'm on 2%.
comic, we see, you know, there are people that we do see who we don't see in this comic. Sorry, in the movies. For example, Adam Warlock. We teased him. He was teased at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. But we haven't heard anything about him ever since. And then we have and Wolverine. He's another one that like was teased, but we never actually got to. You know, he was in the original comics, but we never actually got to see him in the movies yet. In terms for the MCU. And I don't know, I think it's just really interesting that, like, these are, like, very important comic book heroes, especially to this sort of story, but we still haven't really seen or talked to them at all. I mean, obviously, we're never going to talk to them, and I wouldn't be very scared to talk to Wolverine, but, you know.
I'd be very scared.
But it's also interesting, like, what, like, I guess this is a curious question. Adamantium versus Vibranium. What's the rating on that?
Actually, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Because I
like,
would like to think that Wolverine can puncture Captain America's shield.
I don't know.
Isn't like Vibranium have traces of adamantium in it, or is it the other way around? I'm thinking.
I'm really not sure. But yeah, I don't know.
Both of them can take hits from Thor, so like they're on a sort of equal level. So it is hard to tell.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
So, are there any heroes that you do actually want to see besides the obvious, like, X-Men and, like, you know, Fantastic Four folks?
I want to see Namor eventually in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Namor would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Is that how you pronounce it? Have I been saying it wrong the whole time?
Namor, yeah.
I've seen both, so.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I know Sony is mostly doing the Spider-Man stuff, but I would actually like to see Silk get her own movie.
Right.
I believe her character, like the actual like person who is Silk, Cindy Moon, is a student at Peter's school.
Yeah.
So maybe they're slowly setting it up.
They said
but
that.
I would like
also,
to see
Flash Thompson also is a character too, and I think he becomes Anti-Venom.
Yeah, or Agent Venom, or
Venom,
whichever it is. Yeah.
Which is interesting. But like, what about like for Endgame though? Like
for Endgame,
what do you think would be possible? Who would you like to see?
Damn, Namor would actually be pretty cool in Endgame.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Nova would be cool to see. I don't think they're gonna bring him in though.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I just mentioned him, Adam Warlock. I mean, I know, like, we haven't really seen him since Guardians 2. Like, that entire storyline's been abandoned, essentially.
Yeah, Adam would have been cool because he was pretty important in the original Infinity War story.
He was the guy. He was the guy that beat freaking Thanos. Like, he holds the Infinity Gauntlet at one point.
So, like, if he's still showing up in whenever Guardians 3 is coming out, whenever it does, like, what's he even supposed to do in that movie? Like, even in the original version?
Because he is like a cosmic being, he's supposed to start off the whole cosmic storyline. And so, one thing I'm not sure if you've heard, but Marvel is going to be making a Celestials movie. For people who are wondering what the Celestials are, if you go back and watch Guardians 2, Ego, the father of Quinn or Star-Lord, actually is a giant planet, but actually he is a Celestial. He is a descendant of the Celestials, who essentially created, you know, the universe that we know in the Marvel universe. That entire universe is created by the Celestials. But that essentially starts off the whole, like, cosmic entity. Like, the Marvel Cinematic Universe becomes more than just the galaxies we're used to and Earth. It becomes way bigger than that. And then they were supposed to bring in Adam Warlock and stuff like that. That's as far as we know, at least. I think the Celestials movie's coming out sometime in the next year or two, so that's going to be interesting. But Marvel apparently is still sticking to their 3 movies a year schedule, which is really nice. I'm excited to see that. I don't know. I can't really tell, like, who else would I like to see? I don't know. Mario?
Did you just say Mario?
Yes. Sora?
Oh my god. Bro.
Disney owns Marvel, bro.
Okay, to be fair to To be fair to Lawrence
only
saying
half
Mario, Stephen Colbert actually made a joke about Mario needing to join the Avengers for Infinity War.
Look, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Marvel
We
bought Taco
never-
Bell.
Wait, how would Taco Bell be integrated into the story?
To fucking I don't know. Have a Taco Bell and to
Post-credit
distribute
scene?
their own Disney toys and then
It'd be
put
cool
Taco
if they
Bell
did
in
another
Kingdom Hearts
shawarma
DLC.
Shawarma scene
Yo,
at the end of
as
the
a-
next, as like a
I wouldn't mind
homage.
I wouldn't mind if that's the final like end credit
Send-off.
scene
Yeah.
that they do, like as like a just to close it off. Like literally,
Somebody brought
all
that
these-
up
all
as a
the songs.
theory that would be really cool if that happened. And I was like, wow, you're so right. I would love to see like a shawarma scene, but like they either go back to the shawarma bar that was
The same one.
the one that was previously destroyed and is now like maybe destroyed again.
Destroyed again? By Thanos?
And you see the same guy still sweeping.
Yeah, exactly. Or they go to like a different place, like a taco place. That'd
Instead,
be
he's
cool.
sweeping up some poor fuck who got dusted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ray laughed at
You're amazing.
Yo, I just really
Oh, man.
he's sweeping up his friend that got dusted.
I
just heard that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sweep up
Isaac
his
literally just said it.
Oh, right. But yeah,
Oh my god.
sad.
Okay.
This fucker doesn't listen.
He really doesn't. He'll just repeat something someone literally just said and try to pass it off as his own.
Word.
But yeah,
Like, oh,
I think
let's go make a Toast podcast. Eric already had that idea first.
we should make
Oh my
a Toast
God.
podcast. I agree with that idea. Anyways,
Oh my god. Move on.
Hi, FBI.
What would we talk about in that?
Arches,
Hi, FBI.
Move on.
souls, not the kind of souls that exist within you. The souls.
FBI
Anyways,
agent be like,
bef-
delete that
I
shit
mean-
right now.
They do exist on you, though.
All right, yeah, you're right. All right, anyways, I guess
You know how the MCU branched out into different things? Like, we're gonna do TV now and shit like that? This podcast is gonna branch into a fetish podcast. Eventually.
Ooh, I have
To bring
one.
all your different fetishes through
I think-
syndication.
Eric, be careful what you say. People are
This
probably
would-
gonna want it.
So this would be weird.
Can you
But-
imagine we had a big audience? They're like, no, do it. Feet podcast or I'm unsubscribing. And we're like, fuck, we gotta do it. We're gonna lose our viewership.
Take it off, faggot.
Oh my god. All right, anyways, so
You squeeze your tits and you lick his toast.
oh my god. We are going rest in peace NordVPN.
And then
we
we
are so
find out
sorry.
it's Caesar in the comments.
Move on, please.
Alright,
The pizza
so-
guy from PonyCon.
I know this is weird, but
Oh,
what
God.
about Miles Morales?
Who's still laughing?
Uh,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because like so
Miles would be cool.
this is my reasoning. Okay. Donald Glover, who plays he
Where I thought
plays-
you were gonna say Donald Duck.
he plays Aaron Davis. He played Aaron Davis in the Amazing Spider-Man. Spider-Man
Yeah, in the Amazing
Homecoming.
Spider-Man.
He played Aaron Davis in the Spider-Man Homecoming. And he was talking about, yo, I got a nephew and stuff like that. He's in school and stuff like that. Which obviously you know who he's talking about.
Love that.
But like
Yeah, that's like literal IMDb. I'm sorry, I gotta say, like, if we Google it now, what if IMDb literally says what Lawrence quoted him saying? Yo, I got a nephew and shit like that. He's in middle school and shit like that.
yeah, no,
Oh my God.
because Spider-Man was
Charles
like threatening
Gambino's
him or something.
Donald
like
Glover's
that.
listening to this podcast. Your word, I said that.
Yeah, but it's interesting because technically, I know it's like a little Easter egg, I guess, but like he's technically
It was
been
cool.
mentioned. Like
like
he's
it, yeah.
technically there. We don't see
Oh
Unless he
him.
yeah,
got
with his
dusted.
because his uncle's there. Yeah.
Unless
So,
he was
like,
eating at a shawarma restaurant and sadly got dusted by Thanos, then
We actually don't know
Isn't-
if he was
isn't
dusted.
Isn't that the uncle that becomes a Prowler?
Yeah, that
No.
is Aaron Davis. Yeah,
what?
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
the guy
And-
that
and-
that
and-
But
Peter.
isn't that in a different universe? He's not in the same universe as our Spidey.
No, but in the comics too, he becomes Prowler.
It doesn't. Aaron Davis is the uncle of Miles Morales. I think in all universes.
But that's not technically the main Marvel universe's Aaron Davis. That's a different Aaron Davis in Miles's universe.
No, they're all the same.
This is a different Marvel universe from the main one too.
We even talked about this when you were like, remember that dude with the robotic arms and tail and arms, and then Eric was like, "You mean Scorpion in Miles' universe?" He's like, "What? That's Scorpion?" We talked about this. It's a different universe.
No. Spider-Verse aside, we're saying that like Aaron Davis is in the MCU.
It's the same. All right. Well, yeah. Then that makes sense. You should have said that first.
He's the same Aaron Davis that is going to become the Prowler.
I know he becomes a Prowler, but that's
and he talks about having a nephew in that scene. So, I mean, we also don't know if he got dusted, by the way. So, I don't know. There's a bunch of articles that say, like, supporting characters that we don't know who got dusted. It's kind of interesting. We also found out Luke Cage got dusted.
Yeah,
because he can write that continuity now. He's literally like, I don't give a fuck. I got dusted.
He got dusted as a mob boss. And we'll never know how that story ended.
I can't help but random thing to say. Every time someone mentions Luke Cage, I always think of the fucking fighter from Mortal Kombat, Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
Here's Johnny.
He's Jenny.
The winner is.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's really interesting to know that there's actually like a continuity of just like, yeah, I got dusted too. And or like Cherie and her grandmother were just like, yeah, we got like my daughter and I, we safe, we cool.
Random guy on the subway, yo, me too, I got dusted.
It's really fun. I don't know, but I guess going back to the trailer a little bit, there were some moments where, like, if you go and watch it, there is like really weird negative space, which everyone is theorizing that they probably like edited somebody out of there. We don't know who, but the Russos are infamous for doing that. They get their trailers and they're just like, yep, we're gonna just cut somebody out. Or like totally shoot a scene that doesn't even freaking exist in the movie.
Let's talk about it. Who's in the negative space?
We don't know.
Make assumptions.
Like how they had freaking Hulk and everyone in Wakanda and
my money's on
Infinity Stones in the gauntlet.
Lucky Luciano.
Oh God.
I think so.
Out of Lucky Luciano, top 3 choices of who's in the movie: Lucky Luciano, Dan Schneider, or Captain Magma.
Don't forget Soulja Boy, bro.
And Shaggy.
Yes, Shaggy. There you're right. Actually,
didn't Lucky Luciano go to jail?
Yeah, he's not in jail. But
they broke him out to help him beat Thanos.
He has some sort of like thing on
Like how the end of Civil War with Captain America, he broke them out of jail.
Oh yeah, right. You're right. He got Lucky Luciano too. But I think it's either Professor Hulk or Captain Marvel. That's like.
Are you gonna take Professor Oak?
Professor Hulk.
I mean,
in conclusion,
it could be like, I don't know if it could be Iron Man. I just don't think so. I feel like they're on 2 different, like, I mean, no pun intended. They're on 2 different worlds at that moment. So, pretty much for most of the movie.
I want to see Woody stand up to Thanos.
I'm sorry,
whatever
what?
You're talking.
Wait, hold up, what?
Whatever you're talking about ballads, I don't care. Give me my friend back.
You are a toy.
Get lost.
Oh my God, that would
stand
be so
back,
fun.
Captain. I got
that was the best part of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Wouldn't it be cool if there was like a Marvel world in Kingdom Hearts 3?
People have talked about that because Disney owns Marvel and they've also talked about Star Wars.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, to put it in a DLC.
But my issue is I don't want it to become like another like. I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be like another Kingdom Hearts plus like Disney Infinity kind of thing, because they included
Disney Infinity at this point.
They included Star Wars
Disney Infinity
and
stop.
Yeah, but they included.
Yeah, they canceled it.
They included all Disney characters plus Marvel plus Star Wars all in this universe. And I think,
plus technically Kingdom Hearts,
Dude,
because they had the Kingdom Hearts Mickey in it.
Oh yeah, right. And
Kingdom
so, like,
Hearts is already. Like,
I don't want
Disney
like
Infinity.
I would not want to see like Kingdom Hearts turn out that way. Essentially,
It won't. I really doubt it will.
yeah.
It's not meant to be a sandbox. That's what
Yeah.
Disney Infinity was
Right,
going for.
Yeah.
But
of course.
like, if you're talking about, if you just look at it like all the characters,
I guess
and the
oversaturation,
worlds, it pretty much
I
is like a
guess.
Disney. It's a Disney game with anime
Yeah.
characters.
I think my issue is that, like, you know, these like the worlds that we have in Kingdom Hearts, they're just mostly like they've came from like a Disney movie, right? In general, I think they've all just come from like a single Disney movie, and like there's a story to play out, right? But but something like Star Wars is like an actual like series of movies, or Marvel even, right? Like that's a whole universe worth of movies, right? I feel like that would just be way too big of a concept compared to like something like Nightmare Before Christmas or Big Hero 6, you know? Very, very, like, there are like shorter stories to tell is what I'm saying. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but like I feel like, yes, they can do it, but I feel like they'd be cutting a lot. They'd be cutting a lot of corners on plot, like story development, with some of those like characters from the Star Wars or Marvel universes.
I mean, they already do with the Disney stuff. I couldn't imagine with the Marvel or Star Wars stuff if they did include it.
Oh yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, but
Can you imagine if they do Marvel in the future, like in Kingdom Hearts 4, and they decide to throw Sora into the middle of the Infinity War movie, and then Thanos just
he's in Wakanda. No!
Gosh, I don't feel so good.
Oh god, murder. Yuck. I'll do it again. I'll do it again.
What the fuck was that?
Oh gosh, I love him. Okay, I'm not gonna go.
Alright, now you're just...
You sound like everybody from the movie Holes.
That's probably gonna be in Kingdom Hearts 4.
Madame Zeroni!
I saw that.
Zeroni.
You're gonna dig up holes with the Keyblade.
You saw that one meme of like Goofy, Sora, and Donald coming out of a hole?
Yeah,
Yes.
where it's art, where it's basically saying it's showing off a whole.
It's in the Holes
world.
universe. Or
Yeah.
Holes world, yeah.
Is there a
I
Holes
hope they
universe?
Whole cinematic universe.
No.
I mean, there was a book and there was a
Is there a
sequel to
Holes
the book,
world?
but that's
That's
it.
what I mean. Is there a Holes world in
No!
Okay.
There's a Holes world. Stanley exists there to make sure that he will not divide
He will not divide us.
I honestly hope if they do a
Good morning,
Holes
Sora.
world,
He will not divide us. Hey, who
Yeah.
left their speaker here?
Madame Zeroni says.
I honestly hope if they do have a Holes world in Kingdom Hearts in the future that they bring back Shia LaBeouf.
Oh my god.
Madame Zeroni is a Disney princess for the Holes world.
Oh my
Don't-
god.
No, what about
Don't worry-
that girl
don't
that he
worry,
falls in
Sora.
love with?
What about kissing Kate?
Yeah.
Kissing Kate.
Kissing Kate.
She's working with Organization 13.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
God.
Don't worry, Sora. As long as you hold on to your heart, you will not divide us.
He will not divide us. Is that a speaker?
I'm trying to ask you why you won't serve me French fry.
Whose speaker is this? But yeah, I don't know.
Just do it, Sora.
I want a Freaky Friday world in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my
A
god.
Freaky Friday world.
No, Parent Trap World.
Bro, we can't do
You have-
that because as
you
soon
have
as
to
Sora
put-
meets
you have to
Lindsay
play as
Lohan, she'll
another
be smoking
character.
crack.
You think that
Be like-
they're gonna?
They get into this.
Isaac, why do you think that they're gonna betray the movie and have her smoking crack in it?
I mean, it's Lindsay Lohan. Sora be like,
just-
"Hey, I'm Sora. Who are you, princess?"
Wait, Isaac, Lindsay Lohan just breaks character during the game and she just smokes, her 3D model smokes crack?
Oh my
No,
god. Did
Ray.
you guys hear?
That is her character.
Whenever I'm like watching, whenever I have like background fodder, and I watch MTV, like sometimes, occasionally, I turn around and I have to see what's on TV, And Lindsay Lohan now owns 3 resorts in Greece. She's trying to, quote unquote, build an empire there.
Bruh, who are you?
And I'm just like, well, hold up. Who the fuck are you
she's
now?
not the
Like,
Disney princess
weren't
of the Freaky
you
Friday world?
Weren't you like? Hold up. I'm like, weren't you 15 or 16 years ago? Didn't you have a twin sister? Nah, obviously she didn't. But I'm just saying, like, and didn't 10 years ago you got stuck for like drugs and shit like that? Like, hold up. Like,
And now you're saying you own.
and now
your
you
own
built
country?
now you have 3 different resorts in Greece, and you have a TV show. What?
She bought the Ty Lopez YouTube pack.
Oh my god.
She bought into his 9-page.
Wait, what happened to him? So, like, I was browsing on YouTube, and they're just, like, there are videos that says what happened to Ty Lopez. Obviously, I don't have the time
Nothing.
to, like,
He
find
just
out.
doesn't
but-
use YouTube anymore for his marketing.
Oh. Alright.
There you go. You found your answer.
There you go.
He got fucking dusted.
Oh. Thanos.
I
I love how, like, people from the
Yo.
hood take, like...
The Zack and Cody
they-
world in Kingdom Hearts.
Yo,
Oh my god.
I love
I don't
how,
think they'll touch.
Party member.
They'll touch Disney Channel
I love how
shows.
people
I
from
don't
the
know
hood...
that.
People from the hood
Brandon,
now...
No, Brandon in the
I
house,
was
sir.
wondering, like, what if they had worlds for the Disney Channel shows where Sora, Mickey, and Donald, like, they run into the entrance to the Tipton and they're like, "Any Heartless? No running in my lobby!"
The Keyblade is just a Timpton hotel key.
Oh my god.
Esteban Trans,
Zack and Cody are the party members for that world, and they join you with Donald and Goofy.
Yeah.
and they have to fight like Heartless versions of Mosby and Esteban. You see Mosby just like transformed into this horrific demon in a suit.
Yeah. I don't know,
And
like, so...
you still hear the studio audience laughing.
Oh my god, please. Keep that. Sora looks at the screen and
Sora-
makes a pun.
It's like, you might be wondering what got
Gosh,
me here.
what was
Where
that
those laughs
sound,
coming
Sora?
from?
What are you talking about, Goofy? That.
You might be wondering how I got in this situation. Well, let's start in the beginning.
They play the theme song.
But, so, I love how, like, people from the hood, whenever something bad happens, they'll be like,
Okay.
what,
People from the hood.
well, I like people just actually say, like, you're like, yo, Thanos gonna come get you, or something like that. Like,
What?
I taught some
I've
kids.
never heard anybody say that before.
I taught some kids over
I
the summer,
love-
and literally every chance that they could, when they could make up some sort of nonsense, they brought up Thanos, the Mad
I love
Titan,
how-
and Wakanda
awesome.
forever, and stuff like that.
I love how these ghetto ass people can now reference.
Ray.
I love how they can reference nerd culture now that it's part of popular media.
No, but they always-
nobody knew who the hell Thanos was 10 years ago.
And they'd be like, yo, you watch anime? Yeah, I watch Dragon Ball Z. I know that
Yeah.
Kamehameha shit.
I know that Kamehameha shit.
The Kamehameha.
And like, and that spirit ball, yo, deadass, I'm gonna come at you with that spirit ball, that
Deadass,
Rasengan, or that Rasengan.
Yo, Thanos.
Kamehameha.
Thanos. Was that on the homework? I didn't do it.
Or be like,
Snap.
Thanos, just like with the Momo, Thanos.
Yo, where did teach you at? He has 15 minutes or I'm leaving. It was Thanos.
Rip. Oh my god. But yeah, no, I think
I ain't got time to watch movies. I'm trying to basketball.
like you cop them new Jordans today.
Damn, you made him sound really New York there.
All right, but so
So Infinity War.
speaking of other New Yorkers,
Infinity Tims.
speaking of New Yorkers, we actually just found out that the Punisher and Jessica Jones got canned on President's Day.
Yeah.
That's the two.
What a shock.
Yeah, I know. We were just
It
talking
was a
like 2
matter
weeks
of
ago.
time,
We
but-
were like, so they're still here. When are they gonna get canceled? And I even wrote it on my on my like topics for today, like when I started planning out for this podcast 2 weeks ago, when I was like Jessica Jones and Punisher still not canned, and then we got the news on Monday that it was canned, and I just put a strike through still not, because we just found this out like earlier this week. Now I'm not gonna say we didn't like see it coming. I mean, we did.
You'll never see it coming.
Like, we were talking about this a month ago, like amongst ourselves, that we are just literally waiting for the announcement. And I don't know, part of me I
granted,
would say,
season 3 of Jessica Jones is still coming, and that's the very last Netflix thing
I would say I have even like a gram of hope or a crumb of hope that they'd be like, no, we actually not canceling this stuff. And I was just, all right.
Bring it back!
Was funny because Eminem got really upset that Punisher got canceled.
Yeah, out of nowhere, Eminem got super upset. That was so weird.
So
I love it. I do, because of that comic. Everyone thought of that comic.
The other day, I woke up to that news, like, because I got a notification for it on my phone from like a news website, and so immediately, like Lauren said, the first thing that I thought to was the Eminem Punisher comic that they actually did. And I was like, they really are best friends.
Yeah. That comic is $400 if you want to get it physical, by the way, sealed.
Jeez.
It is an expensive comic because
it better be a good ass story.
You know, it was a one shot, so it's just like the 9/11 issue of Spider-Man.
What
but that
comic?
was actually canon.
Yeah.
The Punisher Eminem crossover.
Eminem crossover.
There was a crossover with Eminem and the Punisher?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Why are you acting like it's common news? I didn't know that shit either.
Yeah. Like,
who would really
Hold
know
on.
that shit?
Let me show you guys
come on,
the cover.
Mr. Feet. How would we have known that?
Lawrence,
show you
funny
guys
story, by the way. You know how Punisher crossed over with the rapper Eminem? Well, Iron Man actually, and this is official, has also crossed over with the M&M's candy.
Oh my god. What?
They actually, they actually were there in the Marvel Universe, and they teamed up with Tony Stark, and he gave them their own Iron Man costumes. It's as ridiculous as it sounds, and I tweeted about it once.
Punisher.
I tweeted pages about it once.
Yeah, no, and it actually has a story, by the way. It's not just the cover.
What the fuck?
Like I think they actually team up to stop some bad guys, and like Eminem has like a bunch of guns and stuff like that, and they actually fight off these guys. It's pretty interesting.
Dumbest shit ever. What?
That's what's so great about
I'm not
it.
even gonna
Also, Eric, you say that the Punisher's crossover with Archie.
Oh right.
Oh
That's not
my
as
god. Really?
Everybody literally has a crossover with Archie. Hell, Predator.
Sonic had a
one of the most
crossover with Archie.
That's
but
one of the most
Predator had a
infamous
crossover with
crossovers ever made. I'm surprised you're shocked by it.
Wait, Punisher Archie, I need to see this.
I don't know about these crossovers, so they just come as a surprise to me.
Oh my god,
That
there are
one's
two of
classic,
them.
though.
There's Archie meets
classic,
the
though.
Punisher, and the Punisher meets Archie.
Yeah.
There are two
Dude,
of
everybody
them.
meets Archie.
Oh, except for
I'm waiting for our
Archie's
crossover
death.
with Archie. When's that coming out?
I don't know.
Well, let's
But
talk to him.
So, I thought that
Archie
that
meets the
was,
Emperor.
I don't know, I think the time, obviously we were all waiting for the news, but I thought it was really interesting just how much time passed before they were like, yeah, we're gonna cancel Punisher, but I found it also really interesting that they were just like, yeah, also we're gonna cancel Jessica Jones too. And we're just like, whoa,
I love that
whoa.
the third season hasn't even come out yet.
Yeah. And I was just like, yo, is Ray actually gonna be right about them maybe not even airing season 3? Like, part of me actually asked myself that question.
No, they're definitely airing it because they finished.
Right, they
recording,
finished it.
They finished filming it and everything.
But like, I just like, how far has a movie or TV show gone where they stop production or whatever? Like, I don't know. Where's the point? Like, where's the point of no return is what I'm asking. You know?
It's happened before, like I can't name any off the top of my head, but I know that some projects, whether a movie or TV show, they've gone so far in development, but then they get canceled or production just gets canceled, but none of that stuff ever surfaces. And even 20 years later, we're just lucky to have even like like 10 seconds of it surfacing online because someone just happens to have the files on hand.
Yeah. I don't know, like, I just find that interesting, like, what would have happened if they actually said, nah, actually, we just wasted X millions of dollars and we're not actually gonna air Jessica Jones Season 3?
There's no way they do that.
I feel, yeah, they wasted a lot of money and a lot of effort, so...
The same thing happened with the Hannah Montana anime, so...
I mean, yeah, but that didn't go that far. It's not like they made, like, 5 episodes or something.
Well, yeah,
I'm sure they did. They did some work on it.
Yeah, but I mean, you're right. They filmed all 13 episodes of Jessica Jones, so...
Yeah. So, like, they're coming out. Like, we don't gotta worry about that.
Unless they're idiots. I don't know. I don't think they're idiots.
They literally... What is with you? You keep theorizing these things when they've come out and said,
no,
the third season is still coming out.
No,
I don't know, man.
That.
Like, will they? Will they release it? I don't know.
I mean, like... I meant, like, when in that moment, before I continued to read and I saw, like, yeah, we're actually still going to release it. Like, in that moment, before they said that, I was literally going through these thoughts of, like, are they actually going to cancel it? How far has I started going through all these thoughts of, like, wow, did this ever happen? Well, like, what's gonna happen? Like, are they idiots? Are they really going to cancel all this? And then after that, I saw the little thing that says, yeah, Season 3 will air later this year. I'm like, okay, all right. So, but
see if they end it on bang.
the moment, like, honestly, I just went through that one moment.
Comes back from the last episode, all the Defenders.
Wait, does that mean Jessica Jones Season 3 takes place after the snap as well?
We don't know yet.
Yo, boy, Lawrence, what does that mean for your cousin who worked on The Punisher?
Oh, he already stopped working on... After Jessica Jones Season 3 stopped filming, he started working now, like, he has a few choices. He has The Marvelous Miss Maisel, he said he was going to work on, and True Detective. I told him... Oh,
Season 3?
Yeah. No, 4, or whatever. Whichever one's coming up, like, that they haven't filmed yet. I told him to go work with Marvelous Miss Maisel because he said that it's a lot more fast-paced. And it's actually getting a lot of really good reviews on Amazon.
Yeah, I heard that show is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's on, Amazon?
Yeah, I think he also worked on The Tick at one point, and he said that it was...
Oh, I heard that's pretty good, too.
He said it was pretty good. So I was telling him to, like, he should choose Marvelous Miss Maisel, just because, and he said, like, it's really fast-paced because everything is, like, 60s, so you have to really, like, he works on the props, and he works on the sets, on the settings and stuff like that, so, like, they have to work really hard on, like, making sure all the cars in, like, a particular scene all are, like, from the 60s, all the outfits are from the 60s and stuff like that, so it's a lot of work. Like, you honestly think that there's actually, like, quite a bit of work, and they have to arrive at the set at like 6 a.m. and they work pretty much all the way up until 10 p.m. Like, it's a lot of hard work, but I mean, it's good hours, good money, and I mean, you get your name on, like, you get to have a portfolio of stuff that you've worked on, like shows you've worked on, and you get better jobs over time. I mean, he got, like, his deal, like, he ended up working on the locations. He did the locations for Luke Cage Season 2. And, like, he ended up, like, when he got on, I think, Daredevil Season 2, I think that was the one that was his first, or Luke Cage Season 1, it was one of those, that was, like, his very first, like, Marvel Netflix job, and he just, like, he stuck with it, because it was, like, that mouse pays a lot of money. And he was, like, and he just had, at the time, my niece, his daughter, so, like, definitely having, like, more money helped with him. And so, like, it's a lot more, you get a lot of really cool things. So, I don't know. Every time I see him, I always ask him, hey, what are you working on now? But he said he was really disappointed that they... that they canceled the Marvel Netflix stuff, because probably just from a paycheck standpoint, he was getting some really good money from it. But at least now he has a large portfolio to work with. I think, like,
that's good.
Yeah, he has an agency, so they just, like, that's why they gave him a choice of Marvelous Miss Maisel and True Detective. So yeah, small little like tangent, but yeah, that my family. I have family members that work for these cool shows. He worked on what's the name of that show? It got canceled a long time ago. He worked on the Louis C.K. show before that got canceled.
Did the Louis C.K. show get canceled?
I think so. Like before,
That's crazy.
Like, after his whole
because of the
allegations thing.
Yeah. I just didn't know that it got canceled.
It might have not been, which would be really fucked up. But yeah. I'm
gonna look it up now.
Yeah.
Like how can you do the Louis C.K. show without Louis C.K.?
Oh yeah, no, it got canned.
Oh yeah. Interesting. But yeah, and then the other, he worked on what's it called? There was a show that was supposed to be like a rival to Glee back in the day. Smash. There we go.
The game?
No. It was called Smash, but like it was supposed to be like Glee, but Smash, and it was on NBC. That rhymed. But yeah, it was like Glee was on Fox.
So proud of yourself for that.
Glee was on Fox, and NBC had Smash. But Smash just did not have the story, I guess, that people really enjoyed from Glee, and everyone was criticizing.
Also, Glee sucked.
Yeah, but everyone criticized, like the fans of Glee criticized like Smash for being like a copier and stuff like that. But like I don't know. I watched the story for Smash. It wasn't too bad. Like it was very, like, at least they were paying for the rights of for the songs, you know, like, but which is probably why they didn't get like as like high tier songs as like Glee did, who just kind of stole all the songs that they did.
Glee had a rep for like just taking covers that people already produced and put out there and passing it off as their own without giving credit, which is why I really don't like that show. Yeah. The biggest case was when they used I think his name is Jonathan Blow. It's the guy who made the songs for Portal.
Oh yeah.
Jonathan
Colton. Yeah, you're right. Blow is someone else. He's a video game designer. I mix the two up sometimes. But yeah, what the fuck? But yeah, Jonathan Colton. It's fine. He did a cover of "Baby Got Back," which is a really great cover, by the way. You can look it up.
Cover. It's really good.
It's really good.
It's like a country style cover.
Yeah, and Glee literally just ripped off the cover.
Oh,
and
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Fuck
yeah.
for that. It's a shitty show. And they just...
Seriously.
All they ever did was make shitty covers. Fuck Glee.
Yeah, that's all they did. And other times they would straight up steal covers, like that one. And you could tell they stole it because there were, like, specific lyrics that Jonathan Colton changed. Like, JC, he added in the lyrics and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they said that word for word. You could tell they ripped it off. And Jonathan Colton couldn't really do much about it. Like I think he tried to seek some legal action stuff, but he couldn't really do much.
Yeah, because they had like he as a and that's the issue with like cover artists. You know, you're a cover artist, so you're already like covering somebody else's song and not paying for it, right? And so it's like, oh yeah, so we just covered you, and I'm just like, oh, all right.
Did they pay? Did they ever pay the songs that they covered, or was it? Do they have?
There definitely has to be some sort of
work out some licensing deal for certain
there
songs. There definitely
has to be some
really
sort of
fucking crazy.
EV.
There honestly has to be some sort of red tape. I don't think like otherwise the show would have been canceled a long time ago, like when it first started, because they can't just outright steal songs and the music and stuff like that comes from it.
Of course not. Though. But like
no, not the covers. I'm talking about like actual songs, like the Queen songs, right? Like I'm sure the people from Queen, like the Queen's managers, like they have like they probably ask them if they can do that, and like they tell them like, yeah, you'll have to pay our like the fee or whatever.
Because you can't do that.
Yeah, like I feel like at that point they like you really just can't do like there is like they did steal a lot. I just feel like they
How many episodes of Glee are there? Yeah.
They're like six. They're like six seasons.
Yo, for real, I think literally the premiere stole a cover. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, I don't know which.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Glee. Back in the day, like you never knew really what was going on.
He's overwhelmed.
That's actually what you find out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Ripping songs since the episode.
Yeah.
And like
they're
they
worse
did it
than
really just
LimeWire.
to like they were really trying. Oh my God, LimeWire!
I remember that LimeWire.
That was you're on point with that. Yeah, Glee was just LimeWire for like daytime television.
Yeah.
I actually just watched a video about like, do you remember LimeWire?
I
It
remember
was-
LimeWire.
It was really interesting because they like, I totally forgot that all of this happened, but there were people who would think that they're downloading Justin Timberlake's new song, and then all of a sudden they get like
You get a
really-
virus.
or a virus, or like really like kiddie porn or something. Like that. Like really bad
Yeah,
stuff.
That shit actually happened.
Like so many people, and you want to know something? It's like as soon as you open it, you're fucked.
I just can't imagine somebody complaining like on the phone with tech support, and they're like, "I don't know what happened. I just want to download Sex and Love, and then I got a virus."
Okay, sir, you need to give me access to your computer.
Oh
I
my
can fix it for
God.
you."
I don't know how to do
Oh
any
my
of that
God.
shit.
And in the process, I'll help you download more RAM.
All right, you know what? Bye.
Download
Thanks a lot.
below.
Diner.
So so the whole Indian things, like calling you, it's like you have a virus on your computer and all that. I work.
We're
with
not trying to be
Microsoft.
racist. Let me just be clear, we're not.
No, that's literally how they sound like.
That's
though.
just
We're not
every,
trying.
We're not
every single
offended by
one
now.
we've seen. Yeah.
But the funny thing, my first encounter with that was it was a guy saying, it's like, oh, you have a virus on your computer, and I was young, and so I believed it. I didn't know that Microsoft obviously didn't call you out and do shit like that. So I was like, oh fuck, okay. And I followed his guidelines for a little while, but then like it got to a point where it's like, okay, I'm gonna need your credit card to pay it off, and I started like questioning him. I was like, what are you talking about? Like. And he's like, you have a virus on your computer. I'm trying to help. I need your credit card to get it done. And I got really frustrated, and I started yelling at him like, this makes no sense at all. What are you talking about? And then he got annoyed and hung up on me.
And they usually end it with "fuck your mother." They usually end it like that.
Lawrence, do you have a story for us
There
you
was
want
this-
to tell?
No,
He's telling the truth. There was this one time that this guy did a phone call.
no.
Listen,
I don't have a
Just what-
I know
story.
what story you're talking about. No,
me
I
and
know which
me,
one. I'm just
no,
laughing.
me and Ray don't have any like personal attachment to this sort of story. We just watched a bunch of there are a bunch of YouTube videos about people scamming the scammers, which is really cool because you really they delete System 32 and stuff like that on their computer.
Yeah, I remember
one
you
guy-
told me that
like-
one dude ran like a Python code
Yeah,
that just messed
yeah.
up their entire
Oh my
network.
God,
and they're
yeah.
like, go fuck
Yeah.
yourself. I was trying to rob you and everything.
Yeah, right. He actually admitted to I'm trying to scam you and you scam me. They're like, go
There was-
fuck your mother. Wow. Okay.
You also
yeah.
you also
I wasn't
mentioned
stealing
that
anything. I was just returning something I stole.
you also mentioned that one of them actually accidentally called an IRS agent,
Right. He
and,
called
Yeah.
an
and the IRS
actual
agent like
IRS
That's
talked
agent.
to him for a little while.
And the IRS agent tried to go for it, and then after that, he goes, so you said you're an IRS agent, and he asked for a badge number, and he gives him a badge number. By the way, it's a wrong badge number.
Yeah.
And then he says, I'm an IRS agent too. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, I'm an IRS agent down in DC. What about you? Oh, same. Oh, really?
Same.
What department are you in? And fuck your mother, and then hangs up.
Why is that their insult at the end?
Your mother.
Their catchphrase that's on the wall or something.
Is that like in the guidebook? It's like, say this.
Yeah, well, because
the
it's
end.
like
Fuck your mother
because
and hang up.
they don't a lot of them don't really have a really big understanding of English, and so what they know is curse words, right? And the most
That's all they know.
the most piercing curse word that they know, at least in their language, is when
Is fuck?
No. When you in most foreign languages, the most piercing curse words are when you curse somebody's family. It's especially the case in especially in Arabic and in Tagalog, when you curse somebody out, you don't curse them, you curse their mother or their father or their family, because it hurts more. I guess. Especially it hurts more if the family is no longer alive or something like that.
There are a few funny tech support scam videos that I've seen. Like one of the guy that I've seen, he called them and he basically opened up his virtual machine, which for those who don't know is basically it's like opening up a virtual desktop on your desktop itself.
Yeah.
And so this person was on the phone with the scam tech support people, and he had this woman on, and he was basically pretending to try to get his his virtual machine repaired, because like he opened up like a, you know, those pages where it's like a pop-up or something like that. It's like, don't close, you might have a virus on your computer.
Yeah,
and
those
so
I remember those.
Yeah, so he had that page open, and then the woman was confused because she was trying to get access the whole time. It was like, sir, you're running virtual machine. I need access to this. You sure this is your computer? Yeah, my son plays Minecraft on this all the time. And then she started trying to delete files on the virtual machine. She's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm deleting files. Like, are you scamming me? He's like, yes, sir, I'm scamming you.
Yeah. Oh my God, I remember something.
Well,
you
can't do that because these are virtual machines, and if there was a real problem, you would have told me that I could have just closed this window. And he closed the window with the pop-up screen on it. It was like, you scamming me? I'm trying to scam you, sir.
Yeah, no, it's really freaking. It's just insane, honestly.
And on the subject of the insults, there's another one. I don't know if it's the same guy, but like this guy called 2 different tech supports at once. I don't know if it's the same facility, but he called 2 tech support dudes at once, and different people kept picking up.
Oh yeah.
He had them talking to each other as if they accidentally somehow.
Until he was trying to get it to 2 people in the same office.
Yeah.
And he eventually got it down to people who were like right across from each other, who were like wondering, like, oh, look behind you. Hi. Like funny things like that.
I read the story on Reddit about one guy got contacted for a job opportunity.
I'm sorry, just one more thing I gotta mention. There was one point during that video where this woman and this guy from the tech support started cursing each other out, like, go fuck your mother. Sir, what are you saying? Like they started cursing each other out even though they're on the same side.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's freaking hilarious. I don't know. The tech support scams are some of the best, honestly, that I've seen.
Wow. Like 90% of that was cut.
Yeah, you got cut out big time there.
The tech support scams are honestly some of the funniest I've ever seen online, especially when they get to scam them back. That's literally the best thing ever. It's like due diligence.
Yeah. You go ahead, Isaac.
Actually, I think... What time are we wrapping up?
It's 1:42. Well, sorry, it's 2:14.
It's 1:42. No,
it's not.
Sorry,
what?
I was looking at at our recording time. We have been going for an hour and 42 minutes.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get off soon.
All right. One thing I wanted to talk about is Will Smith is now part of the Blue Man Group.
Yeah. He's Genie now in the Aladdin remake.
It's pretty great, isn't it?
He looks terrible.
Lawrence, we need to talk about Broly after this, since Isaac is getting off soon. But yeah, let's talk about the Will Smith thing just real quick.
And then after that, we're going to talk about Eric's stuff with Kingdom Hearts 3 and Resident Evil 2, and then we can talk.
I thought you were going to say something else, but okay.
We're going to talk about Eric and mine.
What?
All right. Anyways,
Eric's and mine. What? It got cut out. Wait, what'd you say?
So we are gonna talk about today.
No, I want to know what you said. Don't ignore me.
I actually didn't say anything. So
okay, I thought it got cut out. I was like, wow, what timing?
But anyways, so a couple weeks ago, on a whim, we just decided to go see Dragon Ball Z Super F Broly or whatever the hell the name
Super F Broly? Dragon Ball Super Broly.
I don't really care.
F Broly.
Anyways, they
just combined 2 movies.
There are, like, I don't, no spoiler. Well, there's spoilers because, like, if you have seen the original Broly movie, pretty much just like.
Are we
it's the
done with
same thing.
Aladdin? That was fast.
Well, I mean, he looks terrible. What else can we say? I'm not real. I mean, I'm excited to see what they bring, but
No, the best thing about that, being shown off what he looks like, is that is all the memes that have come out of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Legend, the mystical genie of the lamp.
That one was a good one.
Legend.
Oh, or the comparison of him to Sonic the Hedgehog, like the new live action
There was also
movie.
a Shrek and Donkey one.
Oh, right. I remember seeing that one. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Honestly, the memes are so funny, and it's like
Honestly,
it's like, Prince,
what else?
come on, man, what's going on?
I can't wait
bro?
to see him do Friend and yeah,
Just
Friend
honestly,
Like Me.
what else were we
That
gonna
seems
expect?
gonna be awesome.
Honestly,
How much
from
Is
Will
it
Smith
gonna have the
Genie.
songs?
Yeah, how much music is gonna be
It's
in
gonna
it?
have.
I mean,
It's definitely gonna have to have.
it's
Friend
gonna
Like
have
Me, 'cause
some
that's
music.
like that's
but-
the biggest song of that movie.
It's
I
Wikipedia
just
lists it as a
gotta-
musical romantic fantasy adventure, so yeah, it'll probably have music.
But
Then
all the music though? Will it have
I don't
all the
know.
music? Yeah.
Dude,
Another one that's
Aladdin
coming out
is
Lion-
90% music.
Lion
I
King's
just
coming
gotta
out this
say,
year
though-
too. But yeah.
You
I
mean
just
Animal
gotta say,
Planet?
though, for all
ahead.
the people that were expecting Will Smith to look any like better as Genie in their head, what were you honestly expecting?
Yeah, no, honestly.
Like this is the best. This is the best we're honestly gonna get.
No, I was not expecting
least they made him
anything
blue.
else. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like even when I first saw him as non-blue face, like I'm not talking about rapper Blueface, like a non-blue face Will Smith. Like when I saw him like just like his skin color, he looked okay. Like I did not care too much about him. Like I thought they were just gonna keep him like that and maybe just make his like legs like smoke. But then they show the trailer where he's like, you
In
sure you
human
don't
form.
recognize me? Magic lamp and shit like that, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck are you?
In West Agrabah, born and raised.
Oh
What's
my
good,
God.
Uncle Phil?
Like, I don't know, and there's something even off with his eyes. Like,
Yeah, it just looks weird. It looks really weird, and I'm sorry, I like Will Smith, but there's no beating Robin Williams' performance
no,
as
absolutely
Genie.
not.
So
Well, no
Just-
one needs
Yo,
to compare him because
so-
like, you can't compare him. But
I see what they were trying to
I
do,
kind of
right?
like that
Because
they,
Genie
they went
does
for Will
look-
Smith because he's like a comedy actor. So
Right.
they thought,
yeah, I can see
casting him makes
why they
sense.
did that.
But
I'm gonna give
also-
it a shot just
yeah.
because I like Sure, why not? This is like what the 5th or 6th live action Disney movie.
Yeah,
Like,
they've been doing a
what
bunch
the hell?
of these.
they're not gonna stop at this point.
Yeah, it's
They're
like,
planning
but-
a Little Mermaid one. I think they're even planning a Hunchback of Notre Dame one.
You're
I'm just
doing a
waiting
Lilo
for
and
Beauty
Stitch
and the
one.
Beast one so we can see Gaston.
Well, that happened. It came out.
I swear to God, I really hope
Oh,
that the Little
oh,
Mermaid
damn.
film is going to be a lot
I
better
didn't
than that
see it.
fucking shit that I
The
saw on
Netflix one?
Netflix.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, yeah, so The Lion King's coming out today. Dumbo's coming out next month.
Today? Yeah, Dumbo's
today?
coming out today.
Sorry, wow. Lion King's coming out this year.
On a
this-
Sunday, on the night of the Oscars.
It came out just now at 2:19 a.m.
Lion King is coming out
You mean
this
Animal
year.
Planet?
Dumbo's coming out
Yes.
this year.
You mean Animal Planet Part?
Mulan is coming out next
Yes.
year. Which
mean
they
Chinese
they actually
propaganda
just
and
said that
propaganda.
they just said that they're going to actually have music in that Mulan remake. So honestly, good for them.
It'll all be traditional Chinese.
It still it still won't be as good as the original. Like just the fact that it is a live action remake of that.
Dude, there's no point of seeing this movie. Just go see the originals.
Seriously,
Don't even
like,
think about
what's
the
the
original.
point?
See them. Just think of Broadway.
Yeah.
I really don't understand what these live action remakes are for. Like, they're literally inferior to the animated versions. The animated versions are more interesting. Because you don't
Yeah.
see
I just
animated stuff
honestly-
anymore.
I just honestly hope that these movies aren't just like, hey, did you normal ass people not see the cartoon versions of these movies? Well, now you can because they're live action now and filled with familiar faces that you know of.
Oh, like that, the whole prejudice that some dummies have, where it's like, oh man, it's animated, so clearly it must only be for kids.
Cartoons are for kids.
Oh my god, I hate those so much.
Yeah,
But
that's why
just-
kindergartners watch Family Guy, right? Which is an actual thing that I found out.
Yeah, that is a thing. It's
Yeah.
just, it's so bizarre, and obviously a lot of people have to be watching them because they make money. They keep doing these live action remakes. I really don't know why they suddenly started this. Ugh. But yeah.
Yo, this is better than the cartoon version.
Cause it's not a cartoon anymore.
Cause it's real life.
Yeah, I don't get it. This is just burning money for burning money's sake. That's about it. Yeah, so live action Will Smith looks like a fucking CGI horror.
I can't wait for the live action Disney Worlds in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, or like
Well, there were already. There's been four now.
The live action worlds of animated movies.
Oh
or
my god!
that-
Can you? I would be so mad if they say use the live action version of Beauty and the Beast for a world instead of the superior movie.
Live action Alice in Wonderland.
Wait, did they do a Peter Pan world in
Fuck that Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland movie, by the way.
Yeah. Wait, did they ever do a Peter Pan world in Kingdom Hearts?
Yes, in Birth by
Peter
Sleep
Pan.
they did,
Oh, okay.
and in Kingdom Hearts 1. I can't remember if it was in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering. Like, I know there was a Tarzan land or something like that.
Yeah, in Kingdom Hearts 2 there was a. Oh no, Tarzan. Tarzan was only.
1.
It was only in Kingdom Hearts 1, and the reason for that is because Disney eventually lost the license, so they couldn't bring back that world. So that world is literally only in one game, and it's never referenced again after that game.
Fucking crazy.
You know, I like after I saw
That's
Jungle Book
crazy.
and after I saw Mowgli, I kind of have a little bit of faith that maybe the Tarzan, like if they ever remade Tarzan, that would look good.
The Tarzan.
They ever what?
If they ever remade Tarzan, I feel like maybe it would be good. I feel like they could get Phil Collins for that, honestly.
Maybe.
Like, I'm not saying it'll be better than the original, but I'm just saying that, like, maybe it could actually be, like, okay.
I don't know. I'll be honest. The one live action remake I do like, and by the way, I looked it up. Neverland is in Kingdom Hearts 1, Birth by Sleep, and in Days.
Okay.
And I guess also in Chain of Memories, if you count that one as well.
Yeah.
But, it sort of counts, but it's not like you're actually going through the world. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about when I say that. But the live action remakes, I'll admit, I like Jungle Book. I thought that was actually not too bad. I like it more than the animated movie because I just I thought the animated one was just okay. I was never all that attached to it. And I'll admit, I could maybe see a Hunchback live action remake working if they go full on dark with it, as dark as the book, which I don't really see Disney doing because that book is just grim as hell. But yeah, I don't know. It's just these live action remakes are just pointless.
Yeah. I don't know. That's like, it is obviously very pointless, but it's all obviously a cash grab. I think this is why I haven't seen really any of the live action Disney movies in theaters. The only one that I went to go see, I saw Beauty and the Beast on Netflix. That's really it. I know that that Nutcracker movie, I know that's not like a it's not
that's
a remake.
Not like a remake.
I know that's not a remake of anything, but that movie just bombed the hell, and it just reminded me that Disney movies can suck. And I love that. I love just being reminded that Disney movies can actually suck. Because I don't know, I just feel like every time I watch a Disney movie, I'm sitting here and how the hell is this? People think that some of this is good. I didn't see I like the original Beauty and the Beast. I don't I'm not saying I hated what they put out. I don't hate it as much as the Little Mermaid movie that came out on Netflix, right? But I prefer the old version.
They didn't have to auto-tune Belle in the original version.
Right. I don't know. It's just so it's so weird to me, but also so satisfying when a Disney movie fails and it's not a Marvel or a Star Wars movie.
Okay. Wow. Jesus. Fuck you, Disney, I guess. I love seeing you fail.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I agree. I loved seeing them fail with Iron Fist, Lawrence's favorite show.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
By the way, me and Lawrence had a big discussion again about it, and one thing that really was really peculiar about me is because I was like, nah, I genuinely think the first season of that show is one of the worst things I've seen in like the past few years.
It's booty.
And he was like, I don't know, man. I think that Little Mermaid movie it takes the cake, and I was like, bro, that's a movie. Comparing a movie with a TV show. I didn't say it, but I was thinking it.
But Eric, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, okay.
No, but actually, you should go. Like, y'all should go ahead and watch that. Form your own opinion. I'm talking about the Little Mermaid movie. I hated that shit. I hated that shit so fucking much. I swear to God, I wanted to cry and vomit at the same time. Like,
I think you're being too harsh on it, Lawrence.
All right, don't start with me. All right.
That's right.
How
does it feel, bitch?
The fact that there's a character who can stop time in The Little Mermaid is just, what the fuck?
I thought you were gonna say stop time in the Nutcracker, and I'm like, wait.
What?
When was the Nutcracker ever a subject?
When was the Nutcracker a sci-fi movie?
All right, but anyways, let's just go ahead. Let's talk about the movies we saw just for a second, and then after that, we're gonna jump to Eric's thoughts on Kingdom Hearts because I think that's gonna be a really interesting topic. So Broly, it was good.
Really good.
All right.
movie. really good movie. It's a canonical for those who are wondering, because we did have a discussion
I
about.
thought you were about to say
hold
Captain Magma
Hold
for
up.
a second.
It is only canonical.
Captain Magma.
Dude, it is only canonical for the time being.
Well, okay, true, but
okay. The thing with those other
record,
movies, though, is that they were not part of Super yet. So that's why they decanonized the movies. It'd be weird as hell if they decanonized this, because this is already part of Super.
Yeah. Because technically those were Dragon Ball Z movies when they aired.
Yeah.
Right. But like imagine, like they come out 10 years from now, Dragon Ball Fusion or whatever. I don't know.
Honestly, I don't
care
know
what they name it, but I'm saying that like 10 years from now, they come out with a new generation of Dragon Ball, and now they're going to be like, yeah, everything that preceded this is non-canon.
Honestly, I just hope they really don't redo this in the anime, because like there's nothing wrong with the movie that needs to be redone about it. I thought it was a pretty damn good film. It made me like how Fighter Z did. This made me excited about Dragon Ball for the first time in a really long time, because like it just felt like everything that made me love the series again. And for one, I think we should get this out of the way. They absolutely did Broly better than the original movie versions that they did years back.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I definitely like Broly way more here than in those movies.
Way more
I already liked
likable.
Broly.
Yeah, everyone used to just treat Broly like every time he used to play Budokai Tenkaichi 3, everyone would like do Broly against like Goku or whatever, and they'd be like, "Yo, let's see who gonna win." Because it's like because everyone just thought, "Oh yeah, he's bigger and he's stronger, so obviously he's gonna win." That was always like whenever you played any game when you were younger, it was always choose the big guy because he's probably going to win. Or the guy with the sword. The guy with the sword, choose the guy with the sword, or choose the big guy. So that's why people always used to choose Trunks, or they choose Link.
It was a fun movie overall, I'd say. One thing we need to mention is just the fan service character. I forgot her name. The green alien.
She's
been making quite the rounds from the hentai artists at the moment, but I can see why after seeing the movie. Like they literally have shots where they focus on her ass and stuff like that. And I wasn't complaining. It was just kind of shocking to see in Dragon Ball.
Yeah. No, it just
there's a part in the movie. And the guys know exactly what I'm talking about when they're eating lunch in the mess hall on Frieza's ship. And then, for whatever reason, she was just casually talking to Broly, and then she stretches out the breastplate part of her Frieza armor, whatever it is, and then it's like, it's literally the area that's covering all of her breasts, and then she's just stretching it out, and she lets go of it. It's like, what was the point of that?
And then there was that one part where she took off her shoes, we saw her green toes and everything.
Yeah. But so like whenever they used to like show
Not
those,
that I'm complaining, but like, you know.
whenever they show those moments
were
in
you
the
guys?
no when they show they show the those moments, it reminded me of this moment from the very, very first Dragon Ball. And I talked to the guys about this, but like when it was like young Goku, very, very young Goku,
The original Dragon Ball.
Yeah, who was naked, and he was and I guess he was like living with Bulma or something like that, and he was like, "Ew, I don't want to see your dirty old fanny," or like something like that, and like he was looking at, he starts like slapping her crotch thinking that she has a penis, and she's like, "Wait,
Yeah,
where's
that was
your
a whole scene.
And, like, honestly, it was so funny, and it made me realize, like, damn, they actually, like, they went there. Like,
yeah, because in Japan, of course they would.
Yeah, it was
Relax
just
with
really
stuff
funny.
like that.
They're able to get away with that humor more than America.
In America,
could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I found it really
Because
funny
America
when they
would
were doing
cut that shit out.
It's
It's funny.
also.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you go. You could go first.
All right. I was gonna say that it's funny that Lawrence brought up Kid Goku because the interesting thing that this movie does is that it sort of retcons Goku's origin story in the sense that
Yo, fuck
obviously
that shit.
they still keep in the whole Goku leaving Planet
parents.
Vegeta. Yeah, leaving his parents. They send him off on the pod, and then
I
he
like that we
goes
get to
over
see
to Earth.
Bardock more. That's cool, too.
Yeah, that's cool too, and as well as his brother Raditz, who we rarely see little of in the main series itself. I did want to say though, because like early on, if you watch Dragon Ball from the beginning or read the manga, like or Dragon Ball Z at least, they mentioned that the reason why Goku was sent to Earth was to basically destroy the planet so that the Saiyans can come and sell it off as part of Frieza's whole mission thing. Because basically, and this is true, Frieza is basically the equivalent of a car salesman in the galaxy.
Wait,
He's
what
just
the
selling
hell?
off planets. That's literally
What the hell?
what Frieza is. He's a car salesman, but for planets.
Dude, I think it's just so weird that you describe Frieza, like Death Overlord, as a car salesman.
That's what he is, though. Like Masako X had a whole.
I think
like,
I think Lawrence is just taking the term so literally. Like,
face
come on,
value.
Ray.
No,
he
no,
doesn't
I
really
don't
sell
actually,
cars.
I don't actually mean that. I'm just saying I just find it really
Sure.
funny, like that comparison.
Wow,
I
that
don't know.
cutoff though.
I just would never like. I just like. I don't know. That came out of left field. I was like, "Whoa, a car salesman."
A car.
Yes, Mrs. Neutron.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't
No,
know.
but
I just
for
wouldn't
real,
describe it as a car
go
salesman.
watch-
That's really interesting, though.
Go watch Masako X's video. He did a whole like thing of covering what Frieza it basically is. It's like not even just a tyrant, but also like he's literally a businessman. Like he sells planets to other people. That's why he offs them off. But like but basically like in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z and sort of the original Dragon Ball, Goku's like a little. He's kind of like a baby, like in terms of his body. And in this movie, they made him more, I guess, like a kid with his body. Like he looked a lot more like slim with his limbs, basically. So that's another change that I noticed they made. And he even came to Earth with Saiyan armor. But as Lawrence mentioned earlier, in the original, he was completely just naked in the pod. So that's another change they did.
Yeah.
And so they said early on, Goku, the whole purpose you were sent here was to destroy the planet. But as it turns out, the whole reason we learned from Bardock, Goku's father, is that he wanted to save his son so that the Saiyan race can be succeeded, and so that eventually when things got to it, Goku could one day face off against Frieza.
Oh.
So in a way, they kind of made Goku more like Superman in this updated version of the story.
I mean, to be
So
fair,
I find the
Superman also
changes
took from
interesting.
Moses. This story's been done a lot.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's been done a lot.
A lot of characters took from the Moses origin story. Even Spyro took from the story.
Oh my god. Damn, I need to play that game at some point.
Moses?
Yes, Moses and the Ten Commandments.
The Legend of Spyro games, he meant.
Yeah, no, the Legend of Spyro. Like, it's been sitting collecting dust.
I really don't like those Legend of Spyro games, honestly.
Wait, really? I thought you played them. Like, well, wait, you haven't started them yet, right?
Lawrence, Legend of Spyro is the PS2/GameCube.
No, I'm talking about the Spyro trilogy. That's what I mean.
That's the PS1 trilogy.
Yeah,
Then there's
I know.
the Legend of Spyro trilogy.
Yeah, no, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about the PS1 ones. Trilogy.
But you said Legend of Spyro.
No, Ray said that.
Lawrence,
I said I need to play those games at some
Lawrence,
point.
you're being confusing. The PS1 games is the Spyro original trilogy.
The original trilogy, yeah.
Yeah, but there's another trilogy called the Legend of Spyro trilogy.
The one that came out on like Wii U, and Wii.
On Wii U.
Wii U. That's
Yeah, on Wii and stuff. Those I do not like.
No, I don't like them either. I had one of them. I just did not like it.
It
The Eternal
like
Dragon, right? I think that was one of them.
Yeah, you said you needed to play them. You said Legend of Spyro. It wasn't Ray.
No, I was talking about the original trilogy.
Okay.
Anyway.
I love the original trilogy. Do not like the Legend series. There you go, then.
Yeah. There was the Hero's Tale. That one was, I think, pretty good. The one that came out on GameCube.
Hero's Tale?
I don't really know what the title
Oh,
is.
yeah, it's the one that came out after the really shitty one, Enter the Dragonfly. Hero's Tale wasn't too bad, but it still wasn't as good as the...
Dragonfly.
Yeah, Enter the Dragonfly was dog shit because it was literally not finished. That game, literally, you can beat in like less than 2 minutes because it's that glitchy.
What a god!
What a god! I gotta show that video to Ray at some point. And it's funny because that game literally has less levels than the previous 3 games. There's only one world in Enter the Dragonfly. That's how rushed the developers were.
Yeah,
Because Universal wanted for the game to come out during the Christmas season. Because, to try and get more money. And, well, that backfired. Now it's like the most infamous game in the series.
Yeah.
But Hero's Tale wasn't too bad.
Like, Enter the Dragonfly was like the only game... Because I didn't have a GameCube growing up. So, like, Enter the Dragonfly was like my only way to play like the Spyro games pretty much on PS2, and it was considered, I guess, a classic hit or whatever. Like,
I mean, I'm sure it's still sold decently because of the name behind it, because Spyro was super popular on the PS1.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean,
but
that
it really
game
sucked
just
because
trash.
because it is trash, right? And so I'm like,
the best part about the game is that Stuart Copeland did come back to do the soundtrack, and the soundtrack is pretty good. I don't think it's as good as the original trilogy soundtrack, personally, but it still has some good music in there.
That's probably something I also enjoyed about. I also enjoyed about it. Like, I remember cracking open that game like about 6 years ago, just to try to see like how it is. I don't know, like it. Like, I did realize how much trash it was, and as a kid, I didn't really care. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, it's a Spyro game, woo.
Also, you said you had a PS2, but you could just get the PS1 games. It's backwards compatible.
No,
you just need to make sure you have
for Hero's Tale.
Oh, well, that's on PS2.
Yeah, wait, I thought it was only on GameCube.
No, I'm pretty sure it was on...
Oh, if it did, then...
Yeah, it was on PS2 and Xbox.
Oh, that's beautiful. Then that means I just probably couldn't afford it.
Alright, there you go.
Right, yeah. I don't know, because like, I always remember seeing it always in the stores and for GameCube, so that's why I guess that's why I bought. That's probably why it was better, just saying. But anyways, back to Broly. Downriver Moses.
So, it's funny that, Vic McEggnog was in Broly, and it's just funny to me, because Broly really could have been voiced by basically anyone, because he has, like, 5
Broly.
lines, and after that, all the rest of his lines are just, oh, over and over again. Like, he barely talks.
Yeah. But, the one thing that I really am kind of disappointed at is that he played, Edward Elric in,
Yeah, I mean, Vic... Vic did do a lot of anime voiceovers that people really liked. People really liked him as Edward Elric. I really liked him as Junpei
like
in
nowadays,
Persona 3.
I don't like him as a person. His
Well, yeah,
voice,
obviously, after everything that's
obviously.
happened, how could
his
you?
his
But-
voice.
Obviously, you got to separate the art from the artist.
Yeah, exactly. His voice from what he did, like you know, everyone loves. Like they love his voice acting. That's the reason why people liked him. Like they wanted to go visit him. They wanted to go, like, see him at conventions. Like he was like the main star. That's why people wanted to go see him because he had because he's good at his craft. But he took advantage of that, and that's where you fucked up, you know? I mean, obviously, he fucked up a long time ago. I'm just saying that the fact that he did that, that's where he fucked up. Where he thought he could really just keep on taking advantage of people. But, yeah you're right. He could, like, Broly could have been played by anybody, because, as you said, his lines are, I had friend, he was dragon, or whatever. It was, what the fuck was he, like a fur monster?
It was a monster, yeah. That was on the planet.
I was scared of him. We fought. I took fur. You know, things like that.
It's like vast majority of his lines are just him screaming, and then the few times he has actual lines, it's not much. Anyone could have voiced it, so it doesn't really matter much. They could easily find a replacement.
They really only brought him back because he was the voice actor for him before in the other movies.
And the other movies. In the non-canon ones, which those were always non-canon, right?
Yeah.
Basically, they just never outright really said like they were non-canon. You know, they were the kind of movies that like you could basically just place them into the timeline and it wouldn't really affect anything. But they were never really canon though.
Yeah.
This movie makes them canon now, at least.
Yeah. My total opinion, I guess, on this movie is that I really enjoyed it. Sorry, I know I got cut off. I saw my thing turn off. Anyways, I really enjoyed it.
At least he's honest about it.
A lot. It was, you know, it's a Dragon Ball movie. Everyone enjoys it because of how hype it gets. The
action is still really fun to watch.
It definitely like gives you like every time I go watch a Dragon Ball movie, because the last one we saw was Resurrection F. And then before that, I went to go see Battle of Gods with some friends. I think on like somebody's TV a long time ago. But that was cool too. And it's like every time I go watch one, I always have this strange feeling like going back and watching Dragon Ball all the way from the beginning. Like because I know obviously I don't need to, but like there is like. I mean, you gotta, like, start knowing some things about, like, where the series went, how today's series differs from, like, back then, you know. That's, like, if you're a person that's into media studies, like we are, and, like, Eric actually is, you know.
That's just my minor, but yeah.
But, like, you know, it's interesting to compare, like, let's say...
My major is something that will actually get me a job.
Well, yeah. But, like, you know, it's something that you study is, like, the development of media over time. But, like, you know, you can do even a case study on just, like, this one particular, like, anime and how it's changed over the years and stuff like that. Like, there's so much to learn. And I find that so interesting, just, like, how a show changes over time or how a movie series or something changes over time, like... special effects. Like one thing I actually found really interesting, and this is kind of unrelated, but I was watching the Star Wars episode 6, and fun fact, when they re-released the original trilogy, they changed the ghost for Anakin for obvious reasons. Whatever his name was. Like the guy from episode...
From Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
That's like what he looked like.
Exactly. But if you go back...
Hayden Christensen.
And if you go all the way back to like the original trilogy when that was released, totally different dude. Like
it's an old guy.
Yeah, it's an old
no
dude.
One really... I can't even remember the actor because I think he was literally only in that one little scene.
Yeah, because you never get to... like, you only ever get to see him burnt. You know, in the 6th movie when you see just like his mask off and then he dies. But
they edited that original trilogy way too much.
And that's my I think that's also just kind of what interests me. Like, oh yeah, now you changed kind of what he looks like. in episode, like when you decided to make a new trilogy. So now you're gonna go back and essentially retcon who that was in that movie, what he looked like. I don't know. I just find that really interesting, things like that. And
Yeah,
so,
they do a lot of stuff like that, and
yeah, that's why I
in
do
those
find it
originals.
interesting, like with even like Dragon Ball, even Pokemon, like just like how things change over time. Like if we go back to Gen 1 Pokemon, right? Like things are so different from like even just Black and White Unova and Kanto. Like super technological in Unova. Everything is based on like technology, and like even like you see it in the way that the Pokemon move, just like they're actually active and stuff like that. Like that's where we start to get real character animations and stuff like that. And then go back to Kanto where like it's really just static images like throwing circles at each other. I think that's so interesting. And so like every time I watch a Dragon Ball movie or something like that, I'm always hype and I want to go watch more and just kind of see how that has changed and just kind of get back into the story, because let's be honest, I think the vast majority of us, unless you actually do follow the Dragon Ball anime, which I know a lot of people do. I know a lot of people that actually do. Like if you take the time and actually do it, like, you know, we've all pretty much fallen off the face of the planet with the Dragon Ball anime because it's so fucking long. And, like, the story is just so out there now. It's like,
Remember
wow.
before Kai when one fight would take like 8 years?
Yeah. Like,
Planet's gonna explode in 5 minutes. Takes like 20 episodes.
Yeah, to fucking do.
isn't, like, didn't...
20 half hours.
So wasn't there like one fight in the Dragon Ball Z, the Dragon Ball Z anime, the original one, that took like a year? I know that like obviously
Ray has talked to me about it.
Yeah, I know in Pokemon obviously we talked about like the gap between the badges and stuff like that, but like I'm talking about like a real fight. Like has there ever been a fight that really lasted about a year's worth of time, like in terms of airing?
I think so.
Like I'm thinking
so,
Cell. I don't know, Cell or Frieza, one of those, or
it might have
Buu.
been one. It might have been one of those. I just can't remember which one at the moment, but I definitely know there was some fight that took. I know for a fact that when they went to Namek, I think that lasted like a whole year. In fact, I remember. I wasn't there. Well, I was around, but like I didn't experience it myself. But when people were watching Dragon Ball originally airing on the WB, they only had a limited number of episodes to air. Like there was no other episodes that were dubbed afterwards. Like so when Goku got to Namek, that's when they would restart from the beginning when Raditz came to Earth. So for the longest time. The episodes were just on a complete loop for like 2 years until they finally handed the dub rights over to Funimation to continue it. Yeah.
God,
I think
I grew up with that.
So
what's interesting is that Raditz, like
people had to fill in the blanks on their own and create their own ending to season 2.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
what's
super
interesting is
Namekian.
that the Raditz Vegeta fight didn't really take too long, like in terms like in comparison to the others. Like even the Piccolo Goku fight wasn't really all that like it didn't take all that long either. But like then you look at something like Cell, which I really do think took a really long ass time, and then you had Frieza who transformed in like 5 different forms, and Cell who also transformed 5 different times. And Majin Buu, I guess, if you really want to go there. Technically, like, transformed, like, 5 different times.
Majin Buu lasted a really long time.
I remember that lasting forever.
Yeah, that was probably the...
Majin Buu had so many forms.
I think there were only 3 villains or 4 villains, if you want to, I guess, that my dad... Because my dad and I used to watch Dragon Ball Z all the time, and so there were only really 4 villains that he would ever remember. It was Majin Buu, because he was fat and he made people into chocolate. Frieza because he sounded like a woman and he thought that Frieza was a woman.
Yep.
Vegeta because he was just, it's Vegeta. Everyone knows Vegeta. And Piccolo because he was weird and cool too. That's literally the only reason why he remembers them. I wish there was any better reason why he does remember them. But every time he would watch it, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's Majin Buu." Like, "Oh yeah, how do you know that?" "Oh, because he's the one that's fat and turns people into chocolate." Oh, cool. Like literally.
God, I remember didn't Majin Buu turn like a random woman into candy and then he ate the candy or something like that?
He would eat everyone.
Yeah.
I think he ate Krillin, right?
Dude, Majin Buu.
Krillin always
like
died. Rip.
when he became Kid Buu, he literally killed the whole planet successfully. Like he has this one attack where he shoots out a beam and it kills every life form on Earth.
So he was the original Thanos.
He was the original Thanos. Obviously, everyone got brought back to life, but like he actually managed to pull it off.
Damn. Well, I mean, technically, you could even like argue that Frieza was the original Thanos, if you want to go there. Because he killed all of fucking like Planet Vegeta.
Yeah. And he also technically destroyed the Earth, but then they turned back time.
Great. No, but like I think I just find it really interesting, and like how pretty much now with Dragon Ball Super, all of that's pretty much gone because now we have fucking Beerus who's like acting as like Muhammad Ali to Goku.
Alrighty then.
And it's just really interesting to find out that like Goku is like the third strongest human out, the third strongest person in the third strongest being.
Well, not human,
ever.
but like being.
Because there's Whis who's stronger than Beerus, the god of destruction, and then there's Goku, and then Broly. Yeah. Right? Is that or Vegeta?
Broly. Well, Vegeta too, but now we have Broly, who's coming into the main continuity, and Goku himself in the movie even speculates that he may potentially have the power to defeat Beerus.
Oh yeah. Well, that's interesting. Leave that for the fanboys to to whisk in. They're gonna be like, can he actually do it? Well, today we're gonna discuss it. Can Broly beat Beerus?
And that's how they're actually gonna sound.
No, I know that's exactly how
they're
going
knowing
to be.
The Dragon Ball fans, yeah.
I know that exactly, and I know like how they're gonna do it. I know how they're gonna say it too, and they're gonna get so super defensive about it. Yeah.
That's the area of YouTube I prefer to stay out of.
Cancer. All right. Anyways, so the movie was great. If you have a chance, go pick up the movie. I'm pretty sure it's coming out on Blu-ray and DVD soon.
Coming on VHS, Betamax.
Support the official release, as Ray always says, because it does help out the animators who don't really make as much money from producing the actual thing in the first place.
As well as Funimation, so they have obviously the means to keep the company open and continue making good dubs and distributing anime in America.
Yeah, exactly.
And definitely these studios in Japan, they need that money, especially because it's I don't know if you guys know it, but it's a really tough time for a lot of these studios over there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Before we move on to Lego Movie 2, I guess Ray just kind of brought up a good point, but actually we found out I think earlier this week or the week before that Machinima actually just laid off most of they're dead. They're dead. They died.
I don't know why you're trying to beat around the bush. They're just dead.
And then ScrewAttack
videos
pretty much is gone. Well, they're not gone, but their changes completely to
they changed their name completely.
And all
to
the stuff that used to be with ScrewAttack is now just Rooster Teeth content now.
Yeah.
So and they're in Texas, right? And most animation studios are in Texas.
Right.
That's where Flower Mound is. That's where Funimation. And it's really sucky that pretty much they're all kind of struggling out there. These are things that a lot of us have grown up to to know. We've met a lot of people from out there, and we support a lot of their work. So it's really kind of shitty, and then you have people like Blizzard, Activision, who are laying off 800 workers despite having a really good year.
Yeah.
And then you have what was the who was the one that did not lay off 800 workers?
Ubisoft.
And they
I
literally
still love
said that
article.
when they talked about it. They're like, we had a great 2018, and we made sure we did
Ubisoft.
not lay off 800 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I respect that a lot. I know Ubisoft games sometimes get some scrutiny because they could be kind of formulaic, and it's like, look at what happened with Assassin's Creed. They were pumping them out like every year, and it got a little crazy. But
Assassin's Creed 3 on Switch.
But that is coming out. But gotta give them credit where it's due. They have a history of treating their workers well and all that. Everyone who's worked at Ubisoft has said that it's really nice there.
Yeah. And so that's gonna be that's really nice. So fuck you, Blizzard. That's our special mention.
Well, that's
of the
Activision.
day.
That's a special message.
Yeah, exactly. But Ray, you want to go ahead and talk about that just for a little bit, and then we're gonna move on to Lego Movie, and then Eric can take us home with the.
Should we keep going? It's almost 3.
It's all right. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Specifically, what the YouTube channels basically going away.
Yeah, just go on that.
Yeah, we'll talk about this real fast. So but yeah, basically, I guess we'll just start with Machinima. Their videos just flat out disappeared all of a sudden.
Rip.
And people were wondering what was going on, and it turns out some network or whatever bought them. And so, because of whatever contractual agreements that they had with the company that bought them, they had to privatize all their videos. So anything that was on Machinima, like Sonic for Hire and all those other original animations that would come out from all of the years of Machinima, they're all gone now. Literally everything's gone, and I don't know if there's any. I myself don't know if there's any official way to watch them.
Obviously, I don't think so. Didn't they?
Who...
I thought they just. Sorry, but I thought they just privated all their videos. I didn't think they deleted them.
They did. They didn't delete them, but they're private, but they can no longer be watched publicly.
That's crazy that all that content is just gone. They had 1 million freaking videos.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty shitty.
The weird thing too is that when you privatize a video on YouTube and you do it to multiple videos, that's like a whole process because you have to do one by one. So the fact that they have to go in and do that to every single one of their videos is like, Jesus.
That's pretty crazy. When I saw that and you talked about it, I checked and you were right. They're all just privatized and you can't see them anymore. And that's basically it. That's the end of an era, which is crazy because Machinima was there since I was in middle school. And I'll be honest, during middle school, I would watch a lot of Call of Duty commentaries, and I remember I would watch a lot of them on Machinima and all that. And it's crazy to me that all those videos that I watched that were once on Machinima and all that are just gone now. Gone as in we can never see them again because I don't see them unprivatizing them.
Unless someone out there somehow managed to just have a whole archive of every Machinima video ever uploaded. Because there are some people out there who do that, but I don't know if anyone. Man, I'd be very surprised, but who knows? But that's very sad though, and we don't know if there's a chance that those videos will ever come back. And but
maybe someday.
I mean,
maybe
they had
someday.
a good run though. At least Machinima, because. I mean, here's the other thing too. When was the last time you guys honestly went to Machinima's channel to watch anything, really?
I haven't seen. Yeah, I stopped watching them forever. To be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe
so at
someday.
least, maybe someday. But at least there's the whole factor that they did at least fulfill. I guess our childhood and teenage years, in terms of giving us something to watch, giving us good content and all that. So. I'd say for what it's worth, even though it is an abrupt end, they did sort of have a good run as a company that hosted many content creators. Even Johnny was part of them at some point.
Oh, yeah. I remember
Wow,
this.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. The end of an era, right?
Yeah. And so, I guess from one channel to another, recent news of ScrewAttack themselves, it's not the same thing as Machinima, where like they completely just changed
Died.
the way that they
They did.
didn't die basically.
They
But
did.
just to go into detail, because I actually know more insider information about this, but basically ScrewAttack in a way is kind of done, but it's not. It's not going away in the sense that the people are still there. Like the people who are still currently with the company, they're still there and they're still technically working on content. So like in a way, nothing's really changing. The only thing that is changing is just their name and obviously the goal and mission statement of the company. What content they produce and um basically they're privatizing all their videos on their YouTube channel as well, so you can no longer see the original uploads of those videos. However, unlike Machinima, you can go to roosterteeth.com and they will keep an archive there of every single ScrewAttack video they ever made all
That's
across the
good.
years. Yeah, so you'll still be able to see all those videos. You won't be able to see the original comments, obviously, but at least you'll still be able to relive the memories of all those old videos. Because I'll be honest, I did follow a lot of the other ScrewAttack original series. I'm not just into Death Battle, I'm into all the other stuff too, because I've been knowing about them for quite a while. And I used to watch a lot of their stuff like Hard News and the top tens and everything. And, all of that is gone now, unfortunately. And it is sad, but it did get to a point where Death Battle just became so popular that it's now just the main focus of the channel. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it was bound to happen at some point, and it can't really be
that was where
surprised.
most of their that's where most of their base is, anyways.
Yeah,
if you want to
like,
go there,
and that's the whole literally if you back then if you went to ScrewAttack's channel when they still had older videos up there, their most if you go to the popular video section that all the YouTube channels have, their most popular videos were all Death Battle. Like those are the only videos that ever made millions of views on there. So it only made sense from a business standpoint that they would cease production on all the other shows that they were making at some point and to just focus in on the one show that because and this is the thing, like all YouTube channels go through this. You make a variety of content and then whatever you end up that you like doing and that other people like that you do, you end up just sticking with it. You literally throw shit at the wall and then whatever sticks you just stick with that. That's literally what's the case here. And again, like I'm gonna basically just paraphrase what Sam said on when they talked about this on the Death Battle cast. It's just a name change. The old content, you won't see them in their original form, but you'll see them somewhere. And he also brought up the fact that there's always the possibility that ScrewAttack can always come back as a name in the future in case they ever decide to do anything with it. So like the possibility is there, but for now their main focus is just on Death Battle as content. And it is sad that it's the end of an era, but the spirit of ScrewAttack and the G1 still live. And hey, if you still want gaming content, I mean, Game Attack is still a thing. When they did the whole split off from because even Craig, the original owner of ScrewAttack, he saw it coming at some point when Death Battle just started taking over in popularity. Like they had to move the gaming content to a different channel.
Right.
So like, even he knew that at some point this was going to come. So, I mean, I wish the guys the best of luck. Obviously, they're part of Rooster Teeth now, so they have basically all the funding and high production values that they need to keep going for another few years. I do hope to see some more original content that isn't just Death Battle sometime down the line. But, whatever the guys end up doing, I wish them the best in their endeavors because they're honestly, because I know some of the gang, they're honestly really good guys, and they always try to do the best in what they do. And at least while the name's going away, the spirit, like I said, the spirit of the channel is still there. They're still making content and they're still doing what they do best. And I guess that's the good takeaway from it. Just stick with what you like doing and just keep doing it. Keep pursuing the art.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about it, honestly.
Damn, you sound like you're about to cry or something.
I'm just really tired right now.
All right, so actually,
Like
we're just gonna move
305.
the Lego Movie 2.
Let's just
stuff.
move for next time.
Next week. We'll talk. I'll change a lot of the topics for next week. But Eric, take it away. Go ahead.
What? I thought we were finishing for now.
No, we're not.
Bruh, Ray's gonna die.
You know what? It's okay, Ray. He'll deal. Anyways, Eric, go ahead and talk about Kingdom Hearts 3 and Resident Evil 2. I know you've been playing that lately, and I know you've been enjoying it.
You don't have to talk about the entire story.
If you don't want to
obviously,
talk about it in detail, I know you already said you finished Kingdom Hearts 3, so you can talk about that in detail if you'd like. I know you're not done yet with Resident Evil 2, but if you want to give your initial impressions, please.
I feel like we should just save this for next time.
So just go for it right now. We're waiting. We're waiting.
It's 3 a.m., bro.
It's okay. It's 3:06. Are you still playing at home, everyone? It's 2:34. We still at 2 hours and 34 minutes. We're wasting time by arguing this, so go ahead, Eric.
Okay, but Lawrence, how long have we been going now? At least can you
2
check
hours.
the recording time?
Let's stop.
Anyways, go ahead, Eric.
Lawrence.
Go ahead, Eric. I'm waiting.
Lawrence.
We're waiting.
I feel like 3 a.m. should be a cutoff point. This is pushing it.
Just go for it.
Lawrence, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Don't you love us, everybody that's currently watching? We love you. Anyways, Eric, take it away.
Lawrence. Really? How long are you gonna keep this up?
All right.
I'm saying let's just talk about it next time.
Alright, fine. We'll talk about it next week. Fine. God, we have to have it your way. It's like Burger King.
I think
Are you fucking... Alright, I'm just gonna leave then.
Bro,
I think,
okay.
guys, I think either which way we had a
Yeah,
solid
we're gonna
episode.
end up- yeah.
We knocked a lot of topics out of the park. So
Yeah.
yeah, let's
but
just
before we go, I know there's one thing I definitely want to talk about, and I think this is something that we all do want to talk about. Is that we
won't spend 40 minutes
earlier,
on it.
No, we
This is
won't.
just a close-
But we just found out actually earlier this week that Reggie is leaving Nintendo starting in April, and Bowser's taking over. I know that sounds really
Bowser
bad,
to be-
but
Doug
yeah,
Bowser to be
honestly,
exact.
but he had a fruitful career. I know Eric was telling me something earlier about The Rock posting a tweet earlier congratulating Reggie for a fruitful career. So
even The Rock.
Yeah, look it up, right?
Yo, that's cool.
along with this myriad of feet pics.
What?
Feet
The Rock
toes.
posted feet pics?
No, you did.
Sure I did.
Anyways,
Sure I did.
Anyways, yeah, I don't know,
That's actually really cool. Yeah, I
there's a
didn't know
lot
that.
of mixed
It's
feelings.
really cool that I posted feet pics, apparently, yeah.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of mixed feelings about it because obviously we grew up watching Reggie and seeing him saying my body is Reggie or whatever.
I gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing 3DS.
Yeah, he was just so into it. I'm not saying Doug Bowser is not going to be into it, but he's not going to bring the same feeling. He'll probably bring his own feeling to it. But I'm saying that no one can ever compare to Reggie and what he's done for Nintendo, what he's done for fans of Nintendo characters and video games. So honestly, major props to him, and he deserves a long rest and and actually a rest.
He's from the Bronx.
Yeah, you're right. But every time we talk about what's his name?
Name?
Sasuke. No, not Sasuke. Sakurai. There we go.
Sasuke.
Every time.
Oh man, yo, I love the creator of Smash Brothers, Sasuke Uchiha.
Every time, because every time we talk about Sakurai, we were like, man, I really hope he takes a well-deserved rest, and then we cut to him in Japan, tied down to a desk, fucking bare bones, and he's like, Smash 5, it's really sad, but at least Reggie's actually leaving and taking his time off. He needs it.
I thought we were going to
deserves
talk
it.
about this next week, but yeah, I guess we can finish it off with this.
Yeah.
It's
We can
I
finish
understand
it
why.
off 'cause it's recent news.
Yeah, and it's also really short. compared to.
Yeah, I understand why he's left. I mean, he basically says like he just wants to spend some more time with family, kids, wife, friends. That makes sense. And as everyone's been making the joke, he also really needs to get back to Animal Crossing New Leaf on the Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah.
So, man needs his Animal Crossing.
My crops are dying.
Man, when he gets back to his town, they're gonna be so pissed.
They better. Can you imagine like he hasn't played that game in like literal years? So when he finally opens up the game again, like it's like a wasteland. Like Isabel's like, "Where were you?"
You see Isabel rolling up in a Mad Max car.
Get in.
But I would say, I think I mentioned it to you guys, but I feel like they should release Animal Crossing on Switch the day he retires. Like,
oh my God.
like complete the joke.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
And
with this, I take my leave. And he just walks off into the sunlight the same way Ray did.
You see him walking out, and he's playing the Animal Crossing on the Switch. And then you hear the song from Fast and Furious. It's been a long way
without you, my friend. I thought you were when you said that song from Fast and the Furious. I thought you were about to talk about that bachata song.
Yeah.
Oh, and not bachata, the reggae song. I thought you were talking about Danza Kuduro. I was about to lose my mind. Reggie leaves with Danza Kuduro playing in the background.
He is from the Bronx, bro. He's from the Bronx.
La mano arriba, cintura sola, la media vuelta, danza kuduro. As he's slowly walking to the light. Alright, someone needs to make that now.
Oh my God. Oh my God, yes. Wait, does Isaac still have that footage of Ray,
leaving into the sunlight?
Yeah.
He might.
Alright, I'm gonna ask him for it, and then I'm gonna make an edit.
You're gonna make it Reggie, and then you're gonna put Danza Kuduro over it?
Yes, I'm gonna put Reggie's face over Ray's, and then just have him.
Oh my God.
And just have him play Danza Kuduro.
La mano arriba.
I can already picture it. It's great.
It's amazing.
Oh my God.
You know, like how at the end of Yu-Gi-Oh, like a 10, as he's walking by, he's walking into the light, and he like gives a thumbs up. That's Reggie, but then also put Danza Kuduro over it. That's how he leaves.
Guys, this is the new meme. It's Danza Kuduro after every single serious moment. Like serious, happy, wholesome moments.
God.
Oh my God.
It's like Sakurai finally released a new DLC character. The
new DLC character number 2. It's Daddy Yankee.
Oh my, and Daddy Yankee.
This Echo Fighter is Juan Luis Guerra.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
It's Don Omar.
Don Omar in Smash.
Don Omar for Smash. But anyways, yeah.
That was its engine.
Reggie, like, this, I mean, you're obviously never going to watch this, but...
We'd be surprised if you did, though.
But yeah, we would. But anyways, thank you for all the years of fun and... like good luck and everything with everything you're up to.
Let me know if you're going back to Pizza Hut.
And also let us know if you plan on shaking that ass with Danza Kuduro.
What if he replies in like the same like tone of voice that he does for those like
my
Nintendo
body
videos,
is
like,
ready.
Reggie here, okay. And I'm about to shake my ass to Don Omar's Danza Kuduro.
Alexa, play Danza Kuduro.
Oh my God.
Alright, next time we go to Lawrence's place, we're just gonna play Danza Kuduro the entire time on Alexa.
Yeah. Oh my God, let's do it. Anyways, like honestly, we wish you the best of luck. We're obviously we've supported you ever since, and thank you for all the memories. And
I honestly started to tear up when he referenced the meme. It's like, don't worry, my body will still be ready.
I was like, fuck, man, come on.
That's
and,
my secret captain.
I was still in elementary school when this guy like started.
Yeah, for real, me too.
Yeah, he was president for like a really long time.
Oh, like 15 years at least, right?
Yeah, because he
Yeah.
was there. I think when the Wii was.
That
just
is
coming
literally-
out.
He was there when the
Both of our
DS was like unveiling,
Oh, yeah,
when they
yeah.
unveiled it for the very first time, like that prototype model and all that.
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
also remember the game magazine I got that like, or the PC magazine that just showed off the Nintendo DS for the first time.
I remember finding out about it on Nickelodeon magazine.
Yeah. And then just took me a while to get one. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, we love Reggie, and I'm pretty sure Bowsette is going to be better.
Oh my
Bowsette.
god. Yo, that was trending.
It's another
Like
one of the
Why
memes.
was that trending, by the way?
Because of Doug Bowser.
Doug Bowsette.
Is that his wife's name?
No, that's him just
Imagine.
as a cross-dresser.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, everybody.
All right, join us in our spin-off podcast, Feet Talk or whatever
Oh my
we're
God.
working on the name.
It's gonna be called
We're gonna talk
Feetos.
about Bowsette feet.
It's gonna
next
be
time.
called Feetos, okay?
We
Like
hope you guys
Fritos?
enjoyed this.
Oh,
We
that's
hope
a
you
good
guys-
one. I didn't think about that one. I was thinking
We hope
Cheetos.
you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you for coming, and please stay tuned next week where we talk
was
about
that?
Kingdom Hearts 3, Resident Evil 2.
Talk about Aqua's
And-
feet.
We're also next week.
And-
We're gonna be talking about a lot of things: Apex Legends, the Oscars. Fuck the Oscars.
Fuck the
We're gonna be talking about Lego Movie 2, The Offenders.
Lego Movie 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a bunch of different things. So
But-
stick around. If we don't record next week, or whenever there's a week we don't record, remember expect the next 2018 panel to go up. So
Yeah.
Look forward to
We'll
that.
see you guys soon.
Yeah.
But definitely you'll get something in the next 2 weeks or so. Something new from within the next 2 weeks, whether that be next week or the week after. Anyways, everybody, my name is Royal Dude Lorenzo. I'm the toe nigga here on
Oh man, we're just going full on with the feet jokes at this point.
the blue squid.
All right, I'm the Blue Squid here on the Inkling Brothers Toecast
podcast.
podcast.
My name is Ray, also known as Meatloaf Man. I'm the Purple Squid on the Inkling Brewers podcast. And also we had Isaac, who left way earlier when we were talking before the
Isaac has the
grilling
bright
movie.
idea. We keep starting these damn podcasts too late. We need to stop starting them so late.
Krakatoa!
He was the Red Squid of the Inkling Brewers podcast.
He was. He died.
Rest in
Jesus
peace.
Christ, Ray. He
is
still is.
Rest in
He still
peace.
is.
Dun,
Jesus
dun, dun,
Christ.
dun, dun,
Are we
dun,
about to
dun.
make another Facebook post?
No, we're
I'm
about
missing
to.
you
Eric,
every
no,
day,
no.
buddy. Rest in peace.
We're about to make a Datsuka
Eric,
Duda
go
joke.
ahead. Eric, go ahead.
And I'm
Don Omar.
Eric.
Cleveland Brown.
All right, everybody.
Just
Just like every week, we're gonna see you in therapy this week. All right, everybody.
have a good night, everybody.
Catch you
Bye.
later. Good night.
Good night.
We
See
love
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Toast.
Leedle, leedle, leedle.